Welcome to the fantasy audiobook. Villain. The heroine breaks off the engagement. I'll grab the bride directly. Chapter 21. Yun Lai and Yun Yan chatted for a while. At the crossroads, the siblings parted reluctantly. Yun Li got into the car and told the driver, "Go to Starry Night." Yu Jingcheng, who was sitting in the passenger seat, had his right eye twitching violently, and the usually good-tempered little master went crazy. This is the trouble caused by the four evil young men in the imperial capital. Right, usually, the four most evil young men in the imperial capital did a lot of bad things under the guise of the young master. Unknown to outsiders, they were all blamed on the young master. The young master has been frail since childhood, and his studies have been intermittent. Coupled with the Yun family's prominent background, he has no playmates at all. After he became an adult, he got to know the four bad boys of the imperial city, a gang of dandy boys who were good at flattering others. They were immature and lacked social experience, and he regarded them as close friends. Several times I really couldn't stand it and couldn't help but offer some words of comfort, only to be scolded by the young master. I thought that the little master would become a new generation of villains that everyone despised in the future, but I didn't expect that God would open his eyes and not only awaken his spiritual roots, but his mind would also become mature. But his words and deeds became arrogant and domineering again. But it's better than a loser. Half an hour later, Yun Lai and his party entered the Starry Night Club. The largest private room has been reserved for a long time. But tonight, none of the four evil men in the imperial capital came. Yu Jingcheng and the other four guards followed the etiquette and folded their hands to cover their lower abdomen. They looked at the young master who was sitting in the middle of the private room and waited quietly for the young master to call one by one to summon the four most evil young men in the capital. Yun Lai leaned back, leaning on the sofa with his long legs resting on the marble, and gave cold instructions. "Go and invite Lin Dongxiang and the others over. One please. If you don't come, you're welcome. If you can't take it back, you don't have to come back." Yu Jingcheng and the other four guards stood still. The head of the family gave the order to die. Anyway, the young master must have two guards by his side. All are out, just in case. When Yun Lai saw that the four losers all looked embarrassed, he knew that they did not dare to disobey the cheap father's order. But this order must be broken tonight. Otherwise, being followed by four losers every day, he knows the plot of the original work, which means that the secret of understanding the fate of others can easily be revealed. What's more, being followed every day makes me feel like I have no personal freedom at all. Come on, let's play a game. Yun Lai's long legs swung down, his toes lifted up the colored cup on the table, and 6 dice flew out. Yun Lai sat up straight, swept his right arm, and grabbed the 6 dice in his hand. Yu Jingcheng and others suddenly thought that the young master had awakened the fire spirit root and water spirit root. In just 24 hours, he was promoted from a waste who could not practice martial arts to a second-level warrior. And the spiritual roots are not awakened all at once, but can be awakened in stages that goes against common sense. The little master is no longer a powerless playboy. The game is not that fun. It must not be taken lightly and must be taken seriously. Yun Lai's original intention was to use the magic skill of snapping his fingers, to pop out the dice and let Yu Jingcheng and the others pick them up. There is only a marble table more than 1 meter apart. If they all find it difficult to pick up, then you will definitely go out with confidence. Looking at Yu Jingcheng, Yun Li suddenly thought of the Suzaku Martial Arts Hall. He hit 10 students with one hand, and the fireball came out of the palm of his right hand. What Yu Jingcheng awakened was the fire spirit root and the wood spirit root. Fireballs look magical. In fact, it just borrows the power of the fire element in the aura to carry out long-range attacks on the target. If the dice that pop up are equipped with the power of the fire element, they will look more powerful and their attack power will definitely increase significantly. Secretly summoning the tree of spiritual roots. Look inside at the gleaming saplings. The branches of the 5 roots and 5 elements are shown. Currently, the metal spiritual root has not yet awakened. It takes 5 years to cultivate the fire spiritual root, 7 years to cultivate the water spiritual root, 1 year to cultivate the wood spiritual root, and 3 years to cultivate the earth spiritual root. It is known that an increase in luck value is equivalent to absorbing the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. Then, you can try to see if you can use the 5 elements in Reiki. Anyway, he has even been notified of his own spiritual root awakening. There is no harm in trying to control your energy in front of their interview. Before adding the fire element to the pop-up dice, you must first test the power and explain the rules to the 4 losers. You are all 5th grade warriors. Today is just my 2nd day of official practice. You can't move your feet. I will pop out the dice and each of you will dodge 6 dice. If not even a single dice hits the target, it means that my cultivation is too shallow and I need you to take turns protecting me 24 hours a day. If the bullet is hit, it proves that I have a certain ability to protect myself. It doesn't matter if you leave occasionally. Yu Jingcheng and other 4 guards saw the young master putting 5 dice aside, leaving only 1 in his right hand. Then he held the dice with his thumb and index finger, stretched his right arm outward, flicked his index finger, and a whooshing sound was heard. They all turned to look. I saw a small circular hole appearing on the wall of the private room 5 meters away, revealing a dim light, and immediately heard noisy laughter again. The dice popped out by the little master's index finger shot upwards through the thick wall and flew into the private room next door. This speed, this power. Ding Weijang, the weakest among the 4, had a cold feeling on his back. What if he was unprepared and was suddenly flicked by his little master from behind? A 5th grade warrior is in the Blood Sea realm. When attacked, the Qi Sea is as vast as the sea, and he will instinctively release his Qi energy to protect his body. Although his muscles and bones will not be injured, his skin and flesh will probably be bruised. Zhang Rong glanced at the marble table in front of him. The distance between him and the little master is only more than 1 meter. The dice pop out extremely fast. If you're not careful, the dice will hit you. Yu Jingcheng and Cao Ming were confident that they could escape, but the little master's cultivation progress was so abnormal, it was so fast. Ding. Zhang Rong feels that it will be difficult to dodge at such a close distance. Luck value plus 567. Ding. Ding Weijang is very depressed. He has no confidence that he can avoid all 6 dice you pop up. His luck value is plus 668. Ding. Cao Ming thinks you are really a martial arts monster, more terrifying than Yun Yuan back then, with a luck value of plus 712. Ding. Yu Jingcheng is pleasantly surprised. He sincerely admires the progress of your practice. Your luck value is plus 825. Yunli couldn't help but be overjoyed when he heard the system prompt. The 4 big losers are all 5th level warriors who have awakened dual system spiritual roots. It is not easy to get their unanimous approval. Just popping the dice with their own power makes them feel difficult to deal with, so they must add the fire element. I looked through the original manuscript of The Theory of 5 Elements Spiritual Roots and Vitality. Although it is the most basic practice method, I have a profound understanding of it. I have been able to draw qi into my body. I will try to convert the spiritual qi into pure elemental power. You are all 5th grade warriors. Should be able to handle it easily. Yu Jingcheng's mouth twitched sharply. Exuding energy. A 1st level warrior draws qi into his body. A 2nd grade warrior turns qi into energy. In the realm of the 3rd level warrior's condensation, the physical body is forged like steel and iron bones, so that it can withstand the spiritual energy entering the body and convert it into pure elemental power. Only when you reach the realm of condensation can you be considered a true warrior. The young master was still a 2nd grade warrior in the afternoon, and was about to attack a 3rd grade warrior in the evening. During this period, he only had a good sleep. This is unreasonable. Zhang Rong and the others had similar ideas to Yu Jingcheng. Under the gazes of the 4 henchmen, Yunlai picked up a dice, raised it in front of him, and slowly closed his eyes. Because it is different from any martial arts practitioner. No air was introduced into the body at all. I have never tried how to use the 5 elements spiritual qi contained in the spiritual root tree, and the system has not explained it. I can only follow the tips annotated by my predecessors in the original manuscript of The Theory of 5 Elements Spiritual Roots and Vitality to see if I can add the fire element to the dice. Yunlai originally thought that it would be a lot of trouble, but he didn't expect that. He just closed his eyes and thought about it, and the branches of the fire root of the spiritual root tree in his mind instantly turned red. At the same time, the empty qi sea dantian seemed to be ignited into a sea of fire. A pure power of fire element travels along the meridians and is instantly transmitted to the thumb and index finger of the right hand. Yu Jingcheng and others' eyes lit up. Suddenly, he saw the dice held by the young master burst into flames of more than 10 centimeters. Yun Lai activated the tree of spiritual roots for the first time to control the power of the fire element. He just thought it was very fun. He wanted to try how big the flames would be and how small they could shrink. Yu Jingcheng and others saw the flames coming out of the dice held by the young master fluctuating in size, which was obviously a sign that they were unable to control their energy skillfully. But this is already extraordinary. Unbelievable. Yunli played for a while and saw that the 4 losers were dumbfounded, and the system did not give any luck value increase prompts. It's probably because my brain is down. Click. It is true that Yunli's experience is shallow, and the dice he accidentally held was burned. Yu Jingcheng was the first to come to his senses and hurriedly consoled him. Young Master Yun, please don't play with fire. Ding Weijang wiped the beads of sweat on his forehead and praised from the bottom of his heart, Master Yun, you are really talented. If you keep practicing at this speed, in 3 months, someone like Yu Jingcheng will definitely be able to hit 10 with one hand. Yunli was basically immune to flattery, so he picked up another dice. Wait a minute, I will pop out the dice with the fire element. You can do some warm-up exercises first. By the way, I decided to close my eyes and sense your energy fluctuations, which can be regarded as practicing my practical skills. Yu Jingcheng and others looked at each other. It was like holding an apple on his head, letting the little master cover his eyes with a cloth, and practice shooting flying knives at a very close range. No more playing. Life is at stake. Let's go find the 4 evil young masters. In case there is an assassin or someone intends to hijack you while you are away. As we all know, the little master is born unable to awaken his spiritual roots, and is no different from trash. Guys with evil intentions will definitely take it lightly, and there will be consequences. Yunli watched Yu Jingcheng and others leave the private room. Before leaving, everyone contributed 999 luck points. Obviously, once again, the 4 losers were extremely shocked. They went to arrest the 4 most evil young men in the imperial capital. It takes a lot of time to go back and forth. Taking advantage of his free time, Yunli tried to recall the songs he had heard before. Fantastic. It's like cheating. Just thinking about it, I can remember all the lyrics. The industries involved in the Yun family include film, television and entertainment. Several popular girl groups in Daxia were packaged and created by its entertainment companies. Recording songs in the studio. Release an album. Don't be too simple. Even becoming the superstar of Daxia film and television songs is just a matter of words. But Yunli doesn't want to enter the entertainment industry. If he really becomes a national idol and is the center of attention wherever he goes, that would be too ostentatious. The key is that the luck value contributed by strangers is too little. If you don't show off and be domineering in front of others, you may not even have 10 luck points. Acting in movies and TV shows takes a lot of time and effort. Why bother? Record a few songs first, promote them arrogantly, and use the people you know to subconsciously believe that you are an incompetent playboy. After listening to the songs, you will be severely shocked, and your luck will increase. I have also thought about the name of the album. I borrowed it from a certain female singer's album and called it, If the Cloud Knows, with the word, cloud, in it. If you are an acquaintance who has heard it, it will definitely contribute to the luck value for a long time. The selection of songs must cover different types, sad, inspirational, lyrical, and inspiring, all of which should be included, trying to catch all the acquaintances. Next, Yunli leaned on the sofa, selecting songs while recalling them. I do not know how long it has been. There were messy footsteps in the corridor outside. Yunli probably acted quickly and brought back a certain evil young man. The private room door opened. Like an eagle catching a chicken, Yu Jingcheng grabbed Lin Dongxiang's collar and dragged him into the private room. Young Master Yun, you have to make the decision for me. I was on a date, and this fool dragged me over without saying a word, making me lose face in front of Ma Zi. Yun Lai slowly opened his eyes and saw that half of Lin Dongxiang's cheeks were swollen and there was a trace of blood on the corner of his mouth. He must have made rude remarks and was slapped by Yu Jingcheng, who was given the no-nonsense instruction. Oh, it really should be beaten. Yu Jingcheng understood this deeply. He had long been displeased with the fact that the 4 most evil young men in the imperial capital dared to say that he was a fool. Only the little master can say that. Pick up Lin Dongxiang. Snap. A slap in the face, both positive and negative. Lin Dongxiang's face instantly swelled like a pig's head. Yu Jingcheng said this with great concentration, for fear that the beating would make Lin Dongxiang's speech unclear and the young master would not be able to hear what he was saying. Lin Dongxiang had awakened his spiritual roots long ago, but martial arts training was too hard and he was not even a first-grade martial artist. After 2 slaps, he suddenly felt dizzy and collapsed to the ground. After a while, only then did he regain his soul. Actually, when Yu Jingcheng came to see him, he showed no mercy and knew it was Yunlai's instruction. But I still feel a little lucky. In the past, when he did some shameful things, he always blamed Yunlai, and Yunlai, the brainless loser, readily took over. After all, the Yun family is the leading aristocratic family in Great Sha. In the end, big things turned into small things. But this time, why didn't Yunlai think about brotherhood at all? Correct. He also introduced Xu Mengyao to Yunlai. It really feeds the white-eyed wolf. Ding. Lin Dongxiang thinks you are too dishonest. Being a brother to a brainless premature baby like you is really unlucky for 8 lifetimes. Your luck value is plus 999. When Yunlai heard the system prompt, his face suddenly turned cold. There is no lower limit to how one's words and deeds can cause other people's emotions to fluctuate and gain luck points. It's okay to slander and abuse yourself secretly. But never take your family with you. Because of the fusion of memories, I still have deep feelings for my cheap mother. She can obviously live, but for the sake of the fetus in her belly, she would rather die than save it. Premature baby. This is an absolute taboo. Besides, what kind of brothers are they who are framed and framed? Before the soul pierced through, Yunlai's family was very ordinary. Both his parents were ordinary office workers, and they were well aware of the hardships of the people at the bottom. Being assertive and domineering will only target the upper class. We will never use our power to bully the weak. As for Lin Dongxiang, one of the 4 evil boys in the imperial capital. Fix him. There is no trace of guilt. Don't rush to do it, wait for the other 3 bad guys to come, and they will all be repaired. So, Yunli leaned on the sofa and continued to rest with his eyes closed. Another 10 minutes passed. Zhang Rong, Cao Ming, and Ding Weizhang took Kai Tong, Zhao Qinglong, and Chen Reixiang back one by one. The 3 evil young men in the imperial capital all have bruises on their noses and swollen faces. They have always been domineering and arrogant. Although their status is far inferior to that of Yunlai, Yunlai doesn't call and instead lets his scoundrels call him, which inevitably makes him a bit arrogant. Yunlai's 4 personal bodyguards knew that the young master would awaken his spiritual roots and become a martial arts monster in the future, so they specifically told him not to be polite. Naturally, he was merciless and would directly arrest people if they disagreed, causing the evil young men in the imperial capital to suffer a lot. Chen Reixiang, the leader of the 4 evil boys in the imperial capital, was the last to be arrested. He entered the private room and saw Zhao Qinglong, Kai Tong, and Lin Dongxiang squatting in front of the marble table with their heads in their hands. And Yunli was leaning on the sofa, closing his eyes to rest. This scene, it made Chen Reixiang feel strange. Yunli became so strange. Is he still the loser with low IQ and low EQ who speaks and does things without thinking? Young Master Yun, what is happening? Chen Reixiang probed cautiously. Everyone is here. Yunlai slowly opened his eyes. Ding Weizhang kicked Chen Reixiang to the ground. Chen Reixiang, who had suffered a lot, did not dare to shout anymore. He followed Lin Dongxiang's example and raised his hands to cover his head. Yunlai sat up straight and showed a harmless smile. Mr. Chen, there was a death incident at your birthday party, which made my fiancé want to break off the engagement. We are good brothers, let's forget about it. However, Yuan Qing from the Special Operations Department summoned me tonight, saying that it was the testimony of a young man among you that the death of the popular little flower Wang Jiaqi was related to me. I'm just confused. I don't have any impression of Wang Jiaqi. Before you got drunk, you were all very gentlemen. What happened next? How could it be blamed on me? If my sister hadn't fished me out, I would still be drinking tea in the Special Operations Hall. My sister was very angry. She gave me a severe scolding and was ready to confront you one by one. I think we are all good brothers, so there is no need to trouble my sister. Do you think so? Lin Dongxiang's legs couldn't stop shaking. I never expected that Yun Yan would be alarmed. Who in the upper circles of the imperial capital doesn't know how powerful Yun Yan is? This cold and beautiful woman has very vicious methods. Even the head of the family is as afraid of him as a tiger. Yun Lai must have caused too many troubles, and this time finally made Yun Yan angry. Yun Lai, under pressure from Yun Yan, was also angry at being framed, and suddenly became merciless. I had known this would happen. Faced with Yuan Qing's summons, he would never frame Yun Lai even if he was beaten to death. When Chen Reixiang knew what was going on, he immediately breathed a sigh of relief and hurriedly defended, "Young Master Yun, you know me. I just go back to playing and make fun, and I will never do anything to frame my brothers." Yun Li looked at Zhao Qinglong. Without saying a word, Zhao Qinglong picked up the wine bottle on the table and banged it against his head. The bottle breaks. Wine mixed with blood dripped down his cheeks. "Young Master Yun, brother, I did feel sorry for you in the past, and this bottle of wine is an apology. But brother, I definitely didn't throw dirty water on you. This matter really has nothing to do with me. You can check whatever you want. As long as you find out that he is my brother, even if you beat me to death, I will never complain." Yun Li looked at Kai Tong again. Kai Tong asked himself that he was not as powerful as Chen Reixiang, and he was not as generous as Zhao Qinglong. In the spirit of a dead Taoist friend rather than a poor Taoist, he had no choice but to poke Lin Dongxiang out. "Master Yun, you are not afraid of slanted shadows. I went to Master Chen's birthday party with my girlfriend. How could I do such a dirty and indecent thing in front of my girlfriend? Since you didn't do it, how could you possibly frame Master Yun?" The dead Wang Jiaqi, Lin Dongxiang, who had done something wrong, was feeling guilty. When Kai Tong mentioned him, he immediately became anxious. "Grass. Master Yun, don't listen to Kai Tong's nonsense. This guy used your name to monopolize the earthworks in Zoop district and made tens of millions in 1 year. The benefits are all his, and the bad reputation is all yours." Chen Reixiang and Zhao Qinglong had done many similar hookups under the guise of Yun Li. They understand each other tacitly. Take Yun Li as a KZ butcher. Unexpectedly, Kai Tong stabbed Lin Dongxiang out in order to clear the suspicion, but Lin Dongxiang became anxious and bit Kai Tong back. "Keep making trouble like this. It will definitely be involved by 2 fools. Master Yun, Lin Dongxiang was the one who harassed the drunk Wang Jiaqi. He stripped Wang Jiaqi naked and was about to rape her when he slipped and pushed Wang Jiaqi off the rooftop. The bad things he did certainly had the motive of framing Master Yun." Chen Reixiang also said regardless of brotherhood, he justly testified against Lin Dongxiang. Lin Dongxiang was so angry that he stood up and wanted to hit Chen Reixiang, but was knocked down by Zhao Qinglong's punch. Chen Reixiang and Kai Tong took the opportunity to rush forward and punched and kicked Lin Dongxiang together with Zhao Qinglong. Yun Lai was happy. "I haven't gone crazy yet." The 4 most evil young men in the imperial capital started to bite each other. "That's fine. All the money that the supporting villain Yun Lai, the foolish son of a landlord, had squandered away in the past, would have to be recouped twice as much tonight. If some bad guys like Chen Reixiang testify, then Lin Dongxiang will be sent to use a sewing machine." "Oh shit. Dare you frame me? You eat shit." Yun Lai didn't want Chen Reixiang and the others to beat Lin Dongxiang to death on impulse. He clapped his hands and said calmly, "That's enough." Chen Reixiang and the others stopped immediately. Lin Dongxiang curled up into a ball like a prawn in a frying pan, and kept silent very knowingly. At this time, he could only pretend to be pitiful. I hope Yun Lai will remember the past friendship and scold him severely, and this matter will be over. Yu Jingcheng, stop the bleeding of young Master Zhao. Yun Lai ordered. Yu Jingcheng took out the emergency ointment from his pocket and threw it to Zhao Qinglong. Zhao Qinglong took the ointment, not calming down, but becoming more and more uneasy. Not seen for a few days. Yun Lai's changes were really huge. First of all, my energy are obviously much better. Secondly, his temperament has also changed. It is no longer like before. Although he is the young master of the Yun family and the future head of the Yun family, he is unconfident and even inferior in his bones. In the end, there was a very evil feeling. Yun Lai, who was easy to talk, coax and bully, disappeared and was replaced by a combination of Yun Yuan and Yun Yan. When you are arrogant, you are extremely arrogant. When calculating, he is like a smiling tiger. Chen Reixiang, Kai Tong and Zhao Qinglong have similar feelings. The three of them seem to have a spiritual connection. If Yunlai only pursues Lin Dongxiang's conspiracy and forgets the rest, he can really burn incense when he goes back. From Yu Jingcheng, Lin Dongxiang was dragged into a private room. As of now, the four most evil men in the imperial capital. Four big losers. Together they contributed nearly 5,000 luck points. Through the system's disguised mind-reading skills, Yunli has a clear understanding of the psychological activities of everyone in the private room. Then let's deal with Lin Dongxiang first. Master Lin, I'll give you two choices. 1. I'll surrender myself tonight. 2. Wait until my sister confronts you. Lin Dongxiang almost didn't think about it and said anxiously, 1.1.1. I surrendered overnight. Everyone in the private room agreed that Lin Dongxiang made a very right choice. If Yun Yan comes to find him, breaking a limb is considered a minor offense. I am afraid that I will suddenly encounter a car accident afterwards, or die of a sudden illness. Instead, he chose to surrender. Clearing Mr. Yun's suspicion is also an apology. Anyway, with the power of the Lin family, even if they enter, they will live a happy life. Clear the relationship. If it's quick, during the spring festival, I can go home on parole to celebrate the new year. Yunlai was naturally aware of Lin Dongxiang's little plan. When he entered, he asked Yu Jingcheng to say hello. Many people lined up waiting for Lin Dongxiang to pick up the soap. Since my sister Union is so good at scaring people, of course, I will continue to use my sister Union's name. Mr. Chen, you have to settle your accounts carefully. I don't know how much it is, but my sister must have made it clear and calculated it clearly. Remember to double it. Pay it to my account before the day after tomorrow. This has changed the story. We will still be good brothers from now on. Yu Jingcheng and the other four guards felt bright. Yun Yan didn't pay any attention to the money that the young master had been cheated of. This is purely what the little master means. The little master who has awakened his spiritual roots has completely matured his mental strategy. Good thing. What a great thing. As a personal guard, seeing his young master being tricked and deceived, he was already filled with anger. Now get it back with interest. It can be considered proud. After tonight, the four most evil young men in the imperial capital will have to take a detour when they see the young master. Lin Dongxiang glanced at Chen Reixiang and the others. All of them were dejected. Yunli actually didn't care about his previous bad debts. I originally thought I was the most unlucky, but these three unfaithful fools made me even worse. Going in is like taking a big vacation. It's not like I haven't been in before. Ha ha ha. Yunlai doubled his money and earned more than 4,000 luck points. Good brothers like Chen Reixiang have very poor emotional management skills. They can contribute a lot of luck and are still worth dating. If they are slapped tonight, they will have to be fed a few candies another day. Moreover, they have to do some dirty things that are inconvenient to come forward for. It's getting late. Mr. Chen, you guys will accompany Mr. Lin to surrender. When you're done, go back and have a good rest. Chen Reixiang and the others did not dare to argue any more. They politely apologized and then escorted Lin Dongxiang out of the private room. Yu Jingcheng, Zhang Rong, Cao Ming, and Ding Weijiang stood as straight as javelins, looking at the young master with a hint of heartfelt awe. What needs to be done is done. It's late at night. Yunli was about to get up and go back to rest. Ding, Yi Ranshuang thinks you didn't call or send a message so late, and you want to play hard to get. She won't be fooled. Luck value plus 565. Hearing the system prompt, Yunlai was slightly startled. He was busy rectifying the four evil young men in the imperial capital, and even called Yi Ranshuang and sent a message, but he completely forgot about it. The supporting villain Yunlai has insisted on calling Yi Ranshuang and sending messages every night for so many years, which has made Yi Ranshuang accustomed to it. Suddenly no calls or messages. Yo, the aloof goddess was not used to it. The increase in luck value prompted by the system this time is also very interesting. Yi Ranshuang no longer hates her emotions so much that she looks like a little girl who is angry. That being the case, then go for several days without calling or texting. See if she has any other transformations. It's almost 11 o'clock. Yunli did not return to Luan Villa in the western suburbs, but stayed at the ultra-luxurious 5-star hotel Tianlin Yunding. Took a shower. As soon as the shirtless Yunli came out of the bathroom, he heard a system prompt. Ding. Yuan Qing believes that you used coercion to induce Lin Dongxiang to take the blame. He swears that he will never let you go. His luck value is plus 999. Yunli frowned. It was probably Lin Dongxiang who called Yuan Qing and told him to surrender. But Yuan Qing decided that she was causing trouble. Actually, Lin Dongxiang was forced to surrender overnight. The reason why I did this was not only to avenge myself, but also to comfort the soul of Wang Weilin who died innocently and tragically. If it were Yuan Qing who went to investigate, check and check, it would be great to finally give her cousin Wang Weilin an accidental death. But Yuan Qing, overwhelmed by hatred, still believes that she is the culprit. Why? It's so hard to be a good person. If Yuan Qing persists in his obsession and finally hooks up with Su Chen, the son of luck, and joins forces to deal with the Yun family, then don't blame yourself for destroying the flower. Having made up his mind, Yunli also let go of the meaningless moral baggage, and all those who could not be won over by the protagonist camp were eliminated. Others were holding knives and preparing to wipe their throats. Who is good and who is evil? Villain or decent? Are these important? It doesn't matter anymore. After taking the marrow-washing fruit, the tree of spiritual roots thrived again. Yunli's body functions were far superior to those of ordinary people. Not only did he not feel sleepy, but he was still full of energy. I lay on the bed tossing and turning and couldn't fall asleep. The spirit is so good. Yunli was about to think of a few more songs to make up 10. Ding. Yuan Qing is very happy to join the Han Chan action team. Seeing a glimmer of hope to overthrow the Yun family, I believe that you will be brought to justice in the end. Your luck value will be plus 855. My sister Yun Yan came forward tonight. Yunli knew that Yuan Qing would definitely be kicked out of the Special Service Operations Office, and there was no way he could feed a tiger into trouble. But, what is going on with this hanging action group? It has never appeared in the original plot. Yunli frowned and thought for a moment. It is very likely that there are hostile forces within the Special Service Operations Department that are very dissatisfied with the Yun family. The family's sister Yun Yan slapped Yuan Qing. On the surface, Yuan Qing was kicked out of the Special Service Operations Office and secretly recruited as a member of the hanging action team. After, the Secret Service Operations Department made no progress in tracking down the alien spies, and was held accountable by senior officials. It had no choice but to ask the famous Su Chen to assist in the investigation. The hanging action team was also activated. 2 lines, one light and one dark, go hand in hand. It would be smooth for Yuan Qing, who had been kicked out of the Special Service Operations Office, to connect with Su Chen again. Since Yuan Qing can't win over him and doesn't stay out of the matter, and is determined to deal with him and the Yun family, let's clear him out. Before clearing, find out how many people there are in the hanging action team. Who is the organizer behind the scenes? Picking up the mobile phone placed on the bedside, Yunli called Yu Jingcheng and hung up after getting through. Soon, Yu Jingcheng opened the door and entered the bedroom, and quickly came to the bed. Pass my order and notify Shadow to monitor Yuan Qing 24 hours a day from now on. Yunli ordered in a deep voice. Yu Jingcheng was shocked. As the future head of the Yun family, Yunli has the highest authority in the family. Shadow. This is a top-notch killer organization carefully cultivated by the Yun family. Specialize in eliminating individuals or hostile forces that are enemies of the Yun family. I have been protecting Yunli for 3 years. This was the first time Yunli used his shadow. Once under shadow surveillance 24 hours a day. The ultimate outcome is death. Obviously, the young master actually has murderous intentions. Yu Jingcheng was selected as Yunli's personal bodyguard. I know the difference between master and servant. What to ask and what not to ask. It's clear in my heart. Based on the understanding of the little master, it is absolutely impossible to hold a grudge and be summoned by Yuan Qing. Since the little master decided to activate the shadow to monitor Yuan Qing 24 hours a day, then, there must be a reason for Yuan Qing to be eliminated. Just execute. Understood. Yunli couldn't help but feel relieved when he saw Yu Jingcheng nodded, lowered his head, turned around, and quickly left the bedroom without asking any questions. This is how a loyal dog should be, just follow the orders of its owner. Wait for Yuan Qing to be cleared. You can reveal more information about Jingcheng and the others. Being disturbed by Yuan Qing. As a result, Yunli was not in the mood to think of songs for the album. I thought tonight would be calm. Because Lin Dongxiang's stupid evil young man caused trouble and caused major changes in the plot of the original work, the future became more and more confusing. But I also gained a lot of luck tonight. Yun Lai secretly summoned the Tree of Spiritual Roots. The luck value displayed on the lower left is 25,139, 95,094. 25,139 is new. What's in parentheses is cumulative. The 4 spiritual roots have been awakened. Water all 25,000 luck points. The golden spiritual roots that were not awakened in the end should be awakened. Just as Yunli expected, 25,000 luck points will pour in. Several green leaves sprouted from the golden branches of the spiritual root tree. The main trunk of the Tianling root becomes as thick as an adult's forearm. There are 2 fruits at the top. One cyan, one gray. Ding! Congratulations to the host for awakening the golden spiritual root. The spiritual root tree produced 1 wood spirit fruit and 1 earth spirit fruit. Hearing the system prompts, Yun Lai was very excited. Finally, all the 5 element spiritual roots were activated, which is very rare in the world. But this must not be spread. Once it is known to the outside world that the young master of the Yun family has awakened the 5 element spiritual root, the potential hostile forces of the Yun family will use all means to deal with him. The Yun family already has a martial arts monster named Yun Yuan. Another more terrifying martial arts monster appears. How to let others mess around. Not only are the potential hostile forces that are at odds between Daxia and the Yun family, but also several powerful countries that are similar in strength to Daxia must be eliminated quickly. This involves a battle between countries to conquer a strange world. If it weren't for my brother Yunyuan's dominance as the #1 warrior in the world, Daxia will not have a clear lead in conquering the strange world. To be on the safe side, even the 4 henchmen would only tell them that they had awakened the fire and water spiritual roots. First, use the young master of the Yun family who is born unable to awaken his spiritual roots as a cover for his humble development. When he has the strength to dominate the world like his elder brother Yun Yuan, he will become an 8th level warrior, reach the realm of true martial arts, and be known to the world as actually awakening the 5 element spiritual roots. Who dares to lift the tiger's beard then? Yun Lai suddenly remembered that there really was such a thing as Su Chen, the son of destiny. The author of the original book gave Su Chen too much trouble. The 6th grade warrior actually escaped the pursuit of the 8th grade warrior several times. Wait until Su Chen reaches the 7th level of martial arts. The 8th grade warrior Yun Yuan has become Su Chen's hunting target. Why? It's better to brush up your luck. If the binding system is still no match for the son of destiny, just buy a piece of tofu and hit him to death. After sighing with emotion, Yunli picked the 2 newly grown spiritual fruits and cashed them out. Eat 2 at the same time. It's like drinking 2 mixed spirits. Have a good sleep. When you wake up tomorrow, you will accumulate luck points to redeem the Demon Flame Burning Sky technique. Yun Lai stuffed the 2 spirit fruits into his mouth, and they melted in his mouth. As the 2 streams of warmth flowed down his stomach, his head became dizzy. I saw 2 numbers 2 and 3 pop up. His eyelids were like lead balls. Drowsiness sets in. He didn't have time to check which spiritual cultivation level had been increased and fell asleep. Today, it was Zhong Rong and Ding Weijiang who took turns guarding Yun Lai. The 2 of them were very puzzled. The little master has awakened the dual spiritual roots. In just over a day, he was promoted from a waste unable to practice to a 3rd grade warrior in the realm of condensed matter. Since he has such an incredible talent, it should be practiced frequently. But the young master did not meditate, let alone learn fighting skills in the martial arts field. Instead, he came to Tianyan Entertainment early in the morning. Tianyan Entertainment is a well-known comprehensive entertainment group in Daxia. The Yun family is the controlling shareholder. Half of the popular girl groups in Daxia are from Tianyan Entertainment. It has created countless hit variety shows, movies and TV series. Yesterday, the young master went to the Suzaku Martial Arts Hall. Come to Tianyan Entertainment today. Suzaku Martial Arts School is closely related to spiritual practice. But Tianyan Entertainment and martial arts are incompatible with each other. Could it be? Has the head of the family secretly given instructions to let the young master have full access to the family's industries in preparation for taking over? Then he suddenly thought of last night in the private room of the Starry Night Club, where the young master punished the four most evil young men in the capital. There is a vague sense of the master's behavior. When handing over the shift in the morning, in accordance with the rules and regulations, Yu Jingcheng told the young master to use shadows for the first time to monitor Yuan Qing 24 hours a day. The little master who has awakened his dual spiritual roots is no longer the playboy and loser, and he must not be viewed with the same old eyes anymore. As for what the little master is going to do, just wait and see how it gets better. The motorcade drove straight to the Tianyan Entertainment headquarters building. Yunli got out of the car, looked towards the clean and bright lobby. Because the supporting villain Yun Lai has a weak body and is afraid that his fiancée Yi Ranshuang will misunderstand him, he has never been to Tianyan Entertainment where beauties gather. This is the first time. Originally, Yunli wanted to imitate the protagonists in other books, dress ordinary and enter the building alone. Then he was stopped by security. He said he was looking for Fan Yuding, the president of Tianyan Entertainment. I was ridiculed by the security guard. Pull out your cell phone and make a call. All the senior executives of Tianyan Entertainment ran down and apologized sincerely. The security guard, who looked down upon others, was dumbfounded. But such a cliched and bloody plot, happening to a young man from a top family, is really a bargain. Moreover, I don't know the security guard at the bottom, so no matter how fancy I play, I won't gain much luck. Still stick to the principles. Being assertive and domineering mainly targets the upper class. First, go through all the group companies under the Yun family. While increasing the luck value, it is also to clean up the traitors. Then go to suppress other competitors. In the original work, Tianyan Entertainment Group was also infiltrated by Su Chen, and his target was Fan Yuding, the president of Tianyan Entertainment. This Fan Yuding is highly appreciated by her sister Union. Best friend and confidant, Su Chen made a coincidence and deliberately approached Fan Yuding. In less than half a month, Fan Yuding fell into the love network carefully compiled by Su Chen. With Fan Yuding's introduction, Su Chen was able to meet Yun Yan. Union also had feelings for the handsome Su Chen, but because she was her best friend's boyfriend and had excellent emotional control, she didn't express her love. It wasn't until the supporting villain Yun Lai happened to meet Su Chen and Fan Yuding while shopping and stopped them that Fan Yuding knew that Su Chen had another woman. Fan Yuding was so angry that she went to Union to cry out that night. Only then did Yun Yan suddenly wake up. Su Chen used Fan Yuding to get close to him. The purpose is to find out who Dian Ke was maimed by. Whether love turns into hatred or to eliminate future troubles, Yun Yan sends his shadow to hunt down Su Chen. From then on, the all-out confrontation between the Yun family and Su Chen begins. Fan Yuding is winnable. As long as Fan Yuding first sees Su Chen and the fake heroine Xu Mengyao together, Su Chen's deliberate coincidence will have no effect. In addition to trying to increase luck by singing songs, the other reason for coming here today is of course to meet Fan Yuding for a while. It can be regarded as a familiar face after soul piercing. Before coming, Zhang Rong had been asked to call Fan Yuding. According to common sense, when the future head of the family arrived, Fan Yuding should wait early, but it was almost 5 minutes before she got off the car. I haven't seen Fan Yuding yet. Obviously, because he is my elder sister Union's best friend, he is very neglectful towards his playboy. Ding. Fan Yuding is determined. As long as you, an incompetent guy, dares to take advantage of Tianyan Entertainment's artists, he will be merciless and call you a bloody mess. Your luck value will be plus 661. Yunli heard the system prompt. Quite depressing. I was slandered even before we met. Another proverb immediately came to mind. Good deeds never go out and bad deeds travel thousands of miles. Because of the rosy death incident at Chen Reixiang's birthday party. I'm afraid it's already on Fan Yuding's blacklist. In addition, Yi Ranshuang wanted to break off the engagement and the dispute was now very tense. Fan Yuding must have heard about it and mistakenly thought that the young master of the Yun family wanted to prepare a way out and came here for the purpose of choosing a concubine. Click, click, click. The clear sound of high heels hitting the floor came from the lobby. Yun Lai followed the sound and saw that the cold and beautiful President Fan had made an appearance surrounded by a group of senior executives. The infamous villain is not scary. The scary thing is that the villain is well known. To create a new perfect image, let's start with Fan Yuding. Yun Lai straightened his casual suit and entered the lobby first, followed closely by Zhang Rong and Ding Weijing. A group of elite bodyguards dispersed and looked around cautiously. After all, Yun Lai is the future head of the family. Although Fan Yuding doesn't want to see him, she still needs to be polite on the surface and quickly speeds up to meet him. Master Yun, I'm really sorry. I have a very important meeting and I'm late. Don't be offended. Yun Li was not a fool, and he immediately understood Fan Yuding's subtext. Everyone is very busy, and they can't compare to a rich and idle person like you. Fan Yuding is considered to be the daughter of her elder sister Union. The villain and supporting character Yun Lai has always been polite to Fan Yuding. The purpose of Yun Lai's visit was not only to try a new way to increase his luck value, but also to attack Fan Yuding's love brain. Of course you're welcome. How can I be surprised? Without Mr. Fan's careful attention, the ratings of Tianyan Entertainment's programs would not have been able to improve step by step. Oh, by the way, the latest issue of Warriors Please Take Your Place is quite good. Fan Yuding smiled unnaturally. In the past 6 months, several new variety shows launched by Tianyan Entertainment have failed, while the ratings of established variety shows have been declining due to audience fatigue. The latest episode of Warriors Please Take Your Place has set a record for the lowest ratings, and it is not far away from being suspended. Several of its popular artists also had their houses collapsed one after another. When things go really wrong, everything happens. If this continues, I feel like I can't even explain it to Yun Yan. Yun Lai, this dandy kid, really doesn't want to open any pot. Actually, Tianyan Entertainment's strategy should be adjusted, with less warrior themes and more focus on ordinary people, so that it can be grounded. Yun Lai paused and continued, I'm not bragging. If I were to direct a song variety show and win the ratings championship next year, it would be like drinking water. The smile on Fan Yuding's face solidified. The faces of the senior executives of the group who accompanied him also became unnatural. Zhang Rong and Ding Weijing were embarrassed. The young master's arrogance is getting worse day by day. Show no mercy to anyone. Ding. Fan Yuding is very angry. She feels that you are questioning and insulting her ability. Luck value plus 815. Ding. Zhang Rong can't wait to dig a hole in the ground and crawl into it. He can walk every other line like a mountain. He won't be afraid of being laughed at when he speaks big words in front of professionals. His luck value is plus 512. Ding. Ding Weijing believes that the song variety show produced without using family resources for hype will be at the bottom of the ratings next year. It is indeed like drinking water, with a luck value of plus 663. Ding. Xiao Shuwei has surrendered to a dandy waste like you. You will take over the Yun family. The future is really worrying. Luck value plus 10. Ding. Zhang Yifan thinks what you said is blasphemous to the song. Please don't harm Tianyan Entertainment. Luck value plus 10. Except for Yun Lai, who knew Fan Yuding, he had never met any of the executives of Tianyan Entertainment. They were very disdainful of him through the system's ability to read minds in disguise. But because he was a stranger, he only contributed a mere 10 points of luck. They must be asked to self-report their names and positions one by one. After getting to know each other, the luck value can be refreshed easily. Fan Yuding really couldn't bear to lose face, but Yun Li was the future head of the Yun family, so it was difficult to refute her in public. But, since Yun Lai is telling lies in public, follow his wishes. Being embarrassed in front of professionals can be considered a relief. Young Master Yun is indeed very accomplished at the piano. Unexpectedly, he is also very knowledgeable about songs. It just so happened that the construction of the studio hall was completed last week. Why don't you sing a few songs impromptu and give me some on-the-spot guidance? Zhang Rong and Ding Weijing coughed at the same time. The young master eats, drinks and has fun every day, and singing karaoke in the private room is inevitable. I can't really compliment my singing skills. Mr. Fan from Tianyan Entertainment was obviously unhappy with the young master's bragging and wanted the young master to embarrass himself in front of professionals. Yunlai originally planned to give Fan Yuding a beating first due to Tianyan Entertainment's poor performance in the past 6 months. Then on the grounds of official business, he asked Fan Yuding to go out and let Fan Yuding see Su Chen and Xu Mengyao flirting with each other. With Su Chen's good looks, Fan Yuding will naturally be impressed. When Fan Yuding encounters the coincidence created by Su Chen, she will feel a little uncomfortable in her heart, and it will be difficult to fall in love at first sight again. After all, this woman Fan Yuding is still quite arrogant. I never expected that it was just an insinuation of Tianyan Entertainment's poor performance in the past 6 months, and a few arrogant words at the same time. Fan Yuding couldn't hold back her anger and wanted to embarrass herself. That being the case, let's start with one song to shock them. The entertainment world of this novel is truly a desert. Just one old song can overwhelm the entire music scene. Okay, I have nothing to do recently. I wrote lyrics and composed a few songs for my own entertainment, just in time for the teachers to comment. Fan Yuding was stunned. Yo ho, the dandy boy came prepared. I only know how to eat, drink and have fun all day long, and the songs I make for my own entertainment are absolutely unpalatable. Don't take it seriously as a review. I hope Mr. Yun's song can inspire us in the idea of building a program. Mr. Yun, please come here. Fan Yuding turned sideways and made a please gesture, and waited to hear what the executives said against their will. Some compliments are also a fun thing to say. Under the guidance of Fan Yuding, Yunlai entered the large studio. The future home host will take the stage to sing. Don't dare to neglect. The venue needs to be carefully arranged, and the piano Yunlai needs is of course essential. Taking advantage of this gap, Fan Yuding gave a brief introduction to the senior executives of Tianyan Entertainment to Yunlai in accordance with the rules. Yunlai Anil is no longer a stranger. It depends on whether the luck value he contributes changes later. If the luck value really increases significantly. From now on, try to turn strangers into adults before you act arrogantly. The venue is decorated. Yunlai came on stage, sat on the piano bench, put his hands on the keys, and because of the fusion of memories, he felt a sense of flesh and blood in his heart. The villain's supporting character Yunlai's piano skills are level 10. He turned his head and looked at Fan Yuding in the audience. This woman is a love brain. Just an old lyrical song for women. She couldn't find any faults. Closing his eyes, Yunlai played through the song, then opened his eyes, and struck the keys with his fingers, and the beautiful prelude melody resounded throughout the studio. The executives of Tianyan Entertainment are not in vain. They are all professionals in the industry. They just listened to the prelude and put away their contempt. Fan Yuding straightened her waist unconsciously. When it comes to piano attainments, Yunlai, a playboy, is indeed extremely talented. Who makes your heart beat? Who makes you feel sad? Who makes you want to hold him in your arms sometimes? Yunlai started singing. The executives in the audience instantly forgot his identity. Looking at him from a professional perspective, they only felt that this man was extraordinary. Although it was my first time to listen to it, Yunlai's enunciation was particularly clear, and coupled with his slightly smoky voice, he seemed to have experienced emotional frustration, which perfectly complemented the artistic conception of the lyrics. I heard a few more words. The executives closed their eyes, tapped their fingers on the armrests of their seats, and nodded like chickens pecking at rice. Fan Yuding, who originally wanted to find fault with her, was completely immersed in the singing. Listen to Yunlai singing affectionately. It's just that women tend to fall in love easily. Always trapped in love, finally getting deeper and deeper. But a woman's love is her soul. She could devote her whole life to it. For those she loved. Fan Yuding suddenly opened her eyes and looked at Yunlai on the stage. He is not singing. He simply acted out his own voice. I am 26 this year. My family has been urging me to find a boyfriend. It's not that I don't want to find it. I haven't met a man who can make my heart beat. Based on the principle of erring on the side of shortage rather than excess. So I have been single. In fact, I really want to fall in love, have a vigorous love affair. Love is truly the soul of a woman. The life of a woman who has not received love is incomplete. Zhang Rong and Ding Weijiang shook their heads. Now, completely forgetting about guard duties. When the little master awakened his spiritual roots, his whole person was completely transformed. He could even sing so well. Just sing a song. The executives in the audience stood up and applauded. Fan Yuding's applause was particularly loud. Yunli heard the system prompt. The increased luck value is all 999. Yeah, sure enough, in the entertainment desert of the novel world, classic old songs are like rain from the sky, and any one of them can shock people. But there was something wrong with Fan Yuding's reaction. The system's prompt about her luck value is, Yunli. 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 What's going on? Fan Yuding finally calmed down her extremely fluctuating emotions and was about to ask Yunli what the name of this song was. There was a shock in my pocket, and the ringtone of an incoming call rang. He took out his cell phone and saw that it was a call from Yun Yan. Fan Yuding smiled apologetically at Yunli on the stage, stood up and walked out of the studio quickly before answering the call. I heard that my brother went to your place. He didn't cause you any trouble, right? No, Union, what do you think of me being your brother-in-law? My brother has a crush on you. Not yet, but I have a crush on him. If you have the ability to coax my brother into your bed, let's talk about it. Okay, look at me. Yunli, who was sitting in front of the piano, had extremely keen hearing. When he heard the words of his sister and Fan Yuding, he felt a black crow with an ellipsis flying over his forehead. Just one song actually touched the heartstrings of the cool female CEO. What a sin. Fan Yuding, half seriously and half jokingly, said that she had a crush on Yunli, and then chatted with Yun Yan for a few words. When I thought about it, I couldn't leave Yunli on the stage. End the call in a hurry. Immediately hurried back to the studio. Yunli, who plays and sings at the same time, is so handsome. I never get tired of watching it. Especially the lyrics of the song deeply touched my heartstrings. Didn't Yunli say that there are several songs and you must listen to them all? But when Fan Yuding entered the studio and looked on the stage, she didn't see Yunli, and the accompanying bodyguards were also missing. Where's Mr. Yun? Fan Yuding asked. Xiao Shuwei, director of the distribution department, quickly stood up and replied, I don't know what happened, but Mr. Yun suddenly took the bodyguards to the backstage. Fan Yuding frowned slightly and hurried to the backstage. After searching the whole backstage and not seeing Yunli, Fan Yuding thought for a while and took out her mobile phone to call the front desk in the lobby. The call was answered soon. I'm Fan Yuding. Did you see Mr. Yun come down? Master Yun just went out. After hanging up the phone, Fan Yuding left Yunli suddenly without even saying hello. It was very puzzling and even vaguely resentful. Mr. Fan, Mr. Yun can definitely make his debut with that song. Xiao Shuwei's impression of Yunli changed 360 degrees. Zhang Yifan raised his hand and tapped the glasses frame, and said excitedly, Mr. Fan, if the song just now was really written and composed by Yun Xiao, and matched with his unique voice, as long as it is packaged carefully, our Tianyan Entertainment will have something new. The king of music for a generation. By the way, Mr. Yun said earlier that if he was allowed to direct a song variety show, with Mr. Yun's understanding and perception of music, it is really possible to win the ratings championship next year. Program director He Fei, I was completely conquered by Yunli's song. Fan Yuding saw that the executives had turned from extreme disdain for Yunli to extremely high esteem, and reminded her angrily, why are you excited? Mr. Yun comes here, talks a few big words, and then disappears after singing one song. It's obvious that he's just playing for fun. Tianyan Entertainment's performance in the past 6 months has been really poor. He Fei, the director of the program department, is under great pressure. Yunli's appearance is like a rising sun. If Yunli joins, he will simply crush his peers. Mr. Fan, considering your relationship with Mr. Yun, you should try to persuade Mr. Yun. Program director He Fei persuaded again. Fan Yuding coughed dryly and approached Yunli on official business grounds. It was reasonable. She must let him sing a few more songs. And they didn't even say anything about the title of the song. Just leave after flirting with your sister. Snort. My sister is not someone you flirt with casually. Yunli left the headquarters of Tianyan Entertainment Group as if fleeing. The system continuously prompts that the luck value has increased. One song earned nearly 8,000 luck points. It was really unexpected. Although she has gained a lot, Fan Yuding is really tempted, and she still plans to have a sister-brother relationship. This gave Yunli a headache again. Although music can touch people's hearts, if you know how easily a love song full of resentment can touch Fan Yuting's heartstrings, you should change it to a passionate and high-spirited song. Why? There are too many secrets within myself. Being entangled with Fan Yuting is a troublesome matter. However, there are advantages and disadvantages. With her understanding of Fan Yuting, it is difficult for her to be tempted by the chance encounter that Su Chen deliberately created. This also eliminates the risk of arranging for Fan Yuting to see Su Chen and Xu Mengyao together, which would reduce the risk of exposure. Master Yun, where are you going now? Zhang Rong turned around and asked. Yun Li thought for a while. Since singing can shock people so much, that was to record the album as soon as possible, of course. Wait until the album is finished. Let acquaintances listen to them all. It is estimated that the luck value earned is very likely to be 100,000 plus. Go to Daxia Music. Zhang Rong nodded. The little master's singing skills are indeed amazing. The song just now was also very nice. The professionals of Tianyan Entertainment were all stunned by the young master. When I go to Daxia Music, I definitely want to record songs. That's fine too. It's better than partying with those idle dudes. 3 days in a row. Yi Renshuang didn't receive a call from Yun Lai, not even a message. This made Yi Renshuang very uncomfortable, but also a little curious. What did Yun Lai, the big bad guy, do? These 3 days, Yi Renshuang was not idle. She read the original manuscript of The Theory of 5 Elements Spiritual Roots and Vitality, carefully and followed the comments of senior experts. After many attempts, I successfully introduced Qi into my body this morning. After the spiritual energy circulated for a week, I was surprised to find that out of the 360 spiritual orifices that could be opened in my body, 201 were actually opened. The innate opening of so many spiritual orifices gave Yi Renshuang great encouragement. As long as she works hard, it is very possible to hit the 300 mark. The top 50 warriors in the world all have more than 300 spiritual apertures opened. Yunyuan, who ranked first, even opened 352 spiritual apertures. Of course, the good news should stimulate Yun Lai. Yi Renshuang slowly opened her eyes and excitedly stood up and left the yajai where she was meditating. Cross the backyard path, go straight to the second floor, quickly enter the bedroom, and pick up the phone from the bedside table. Yi Renshuang unlocked it and took a look. During meditation, dozens of messages were received. Nearly 10 missed calls. They were all calls from classmates and best friends. Yun Li still had no phone or message, as if he had disappeared from the world. The big bad guy is probably also practicing, but he can't awaken his spiritual roots for the rest of his life. No matter how hard he tries, it's all in vain. Yi Renshuang whispered to herself, holding her cell phone and sitting by the bed to edit the information. Soon, the information has been edited. Yi Renshuang read it again. I have some bad news for you. I successfully introduced Qi into my body and opened the 201 spiritual orifices innately. You have to work hard. Single quote. After sending the message, Yi Renshuang lay down on the bed, thinking that if Yun Li clicked on it and took a look, he would be stunned. Oops, can't see it with my own eyes. What a shame. Beep. Yi Renshuang heard the message tone and hurriedly picked up her phone to see the message from her classmate Jing Xian. Renshuang, do you really want to take a break from school for 3 months? Single quote. Yi Renshuang knew that once she replied, the conversation would be endless. Moreover, not in the mood now. Just waiting to see how tough this big bad guy Yun Lai is. 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes passed. During this period, I received several more messages, but Yun Li still didn't reply. If it is normal, as long as he sends a message to Yun Li himself, he always replies instantly. Bad villain, what are you doing now? Yi Renshuang whispered to herself, even she didn't know it, like the crescent eyebrows in the distant mountains, quietly carrying a touch of worry. Dong dong, there was a knock on the door, and then the servant Wu Ma informed outside the door, Miss, Mr. Yun has someone bring you a gift. Yi Renshuang's eyes lit up, she hurriedly sat up and said loudly, come in. The servant Wu Ma opened the door and entered the bedroom, quickly came to the bed and handed over the gift bag she was carrying. Yi Renshuang took the gift bag. The servant Wu Ma turned around and left the bedroom knowingly, not forgetting to close the door. Yi Renshuang was not interested in the gift from Yun Lai. She just wanted to know if there was a letter in it, so she could find out what Yunlai was doing when he went out of his way and didn't contact her for several days. After dumping the gift bag on the bed, Yi Ranchuang glanced at it and saw a poster and an MP4. Yi Ranchuang picked up the beautifully made poster and took a closer look. Yo, the protagonist of the poster is Yunlai. I have to say that the poster shot from the side of Yunlai is very good, especially the seemingly messy hair, which adds a bit of unruliness. This made Yi Ranchuang feel very strange. She didn't expect that the young master of the Yun family, who was always listless on weekdays, could be so energetic. There is text below the poster. After 10 years of hard work, the legendary song album, If the Cloud Knows, is here to shock you, allowing you to enjoy a feast of music. Single quote. Yi Ranchuang suddenly understood. Yunli had no phone calls or messages these days. It turned out that he was recording songs and making posters. Only posters. There is no record of the song album. Of course, it is deliberately to attract appetite. Oops, it's not like I haven't heard Yunli singing before, it's just like a male duck quacking. It's still so ineffective, but it's better than hanging around with friends. After Yi Ranchuang sighed, she picked up her MP4 and put on the headset. What 10 years does it take to sharpen a sword? What an album of legendary songs. Listen to what Yunli sings. If you defile your ears. That would be a good reason to call him directly and scold him to death. The moment Yi Ranchuang pressed play, she didn't even notice it, and a smile secretly appeared at the corner of her mouth. Woo, oh. After the dynamic intro, Yi Ranchuang listened to a few words. I was surprised to find that I had never heard this song before. Not a cover. It's actually original. I am still the same young man as before, nothing has changed. Time is just a test, but the faith planted in my heart has not diminished at all. The young man in front of me still has the same face as before. No matter how many difficulties and dangers he faces, he will never give up. When she heard the sunny and progressive climax of the song, Yi Ranchuang couldn't help but look at the poster placed aside. In an instant, Yunli on the poster becomes blurry. My thoughts were brought back to many years ago. It was an afternoon filled with warm sunshine. A little boy and a little girl were sitting side by side at the martial arts training ground in Luan Villa. Yunli, who was less than 10 years old, suddenly turned around and looked at himself with an extremely serious expression. Ranchuang, when I grow up, I must become a warrior. But you haven't awakened your spiritual roots. If you don't awaken your spiritual roots, you can't become a warrior. I don't care, I still want to become a warrior without awakening my spiritual roots. You are unreasonable. The adults have said that only those who have awakened their spiritual roots are qualified to become a warrior. I just don't care. No matter how difficult it is, I will become a warrior so that I can protect you when I grow up. No, you are so thin and small, and you are not taller than me. I don't want your protection. Ranchuang, just let me protect you. Little follower, you're crying again, you're not manly at all. For some reason, Yi Ranchuang suddenly felt her nose was a little sore. She hurriedly calmed down her fluctuating emotions and was about to concentrate on continuing to listen to the song. I saw the message indicator light on the mobile phone placed aside flashing. Yi Ranchuang hurriedly picked up her phone, unlocked it and saw that Yunlai finally replied to the message. She clicked on the message, introducing Qi into the body so quickly. Sharp, however, you are still a little behind me, so it's you who should work hard. You duck has a tough mouth. When the time comes, I won't beat you until you kneel down and beg for mercy. Yi Ranchuang shrugged her nose. Although she still said harsh words, the hatred in her words was much less. At this time, MP4 has automatically played the next song. After the piano intro with a hint of sentimentality, Yi Ranchuang was shocked to find that Yunlai had a different voice, with a hint of smoke, which was completely different from the brisk and progressive sunshine before. Open the notepad you carry with you. Many things are written about you. You hate being left out. Get used to being waited on. You only come to me when you are lonely. The more Yi Ranchuang heard it, the more uncomfortable she became. Where is Yunli singing? He was pouring out his infatuation that had not been responded to for so many years. Love hurts. I cried in pain. When I'm tired of crying, my conflicted heart always insists. I persuade myself to let go, Close my eyes and let you go, burn the diary and start over. Yi Renshuang's vision became blurry, and she raised her hands to cover her mouth. The song Yunlai sang was so heartbreaking every word. Thinking back to Yunlai's kindness to him for more than 10 years. And I always treat Yunli with sincerity. I feel like I'm going too far. My heart is so sour. I really feel ashamed of Yunlai's deep affection for me. Listen to the whole song. Yun Liating's magnetic voice came from the headset. Renshuang, come and listen to my concert at Hall 3 of the Imperial Opera House at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Will you come? Yi Renshuang nodded again with tears in her eyes. Tianlin Genting Hotel, super luxurious presidential suite. Yunli is busy sorting out the posters and MP4s that should be distributed. Ding. Yi Renshuang is very guilty and blames herself. She feels that she has failed you in her affection for many years. Her luck value is +999. Suddenly hearing the system prompt, Yunlai couldn't help but clapped his hands violently. It took 3 days to record the songs and make the poster. If only live singing can evoke violent mood swings in acquaintances, then it will be a waste of energy and time. Send poster MP4 to Yi Renshuang. She must have listened to the song. Contribute 999. So, after hearing this, other acquaintances will contribute to some extent, and they will continue to contribute for a long time. Yu Jingcheng, give these to Fang Ju, Xie Mingui and the instructors at the Suzaku Martial Arts Hall. Give this to my sister, and give this to my dad. Cao Ming, send these copies to Chen Reixiang, Kai Tong, and Zhao Qinglong. Hurry up and come back as soon as you finish delivering. There is still half a room waiting for Zhang Rong and Ding Lijiang to deliver. Watching Yu Jingcheng and Cao Ming leave quickly with paper bags, Yunlai wondered whether he should give Xu Mengyao a copy too. Ding. Positive emotions from Yi Renshuang, Yunlai. 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 Luck value +999. The system prompted. Yunlai was stunned. This is exactly the same as the reminder that Fan Yuding was touched by her heartstrings. The heroine also fell under the singing. Picking up the mobile phone placed aside, Yunli sent a message to Yi Renshuang. Renshuang, how was my singing? Yi Renshuang responded quickly this time. Yi Renshuang. The singing was messy, like a male duck quacking, vomiting expression. Yunlai rolled his eyes. Ouch, I didn't expect Yi Renshuang to be so arrogant. Yunli, Yunli, Yunli. Yunli made a face while imitating Yi Renshuang's soft call. Suddenly, his heart suddenly felt sour, and his vision instantly became blurred. Yunlai understands. This is due to the fusion of memories. More than 10 years of hard work without regrets finally paid off. It's really hard won. Exhaling gently, Yunlai raised his head, opened his eyes wide, and held back the tears that were about to overflow. After the concert, should we be able to start dating officially? However, with Yi Renshuang's arrogant behavior, she might be too embarrassed to go. It's time to use her useless best friend again. Yunli picked up his cell phone and called Zhang Ting. Just as Yunlai expected, Yi Renshuang was frowning at the moment. I was moved by Yunlai's 2 songs. After calming down. Worried again. Now there is a quarrel with Yunlai. Yunlai is so high profile that he wants to hold a concert at the Imperial Capital Opera House. Close relatives and friends will definitely support you. And he was engaged to Yunli. Once attended, wouldn't it be like admitting defeat before even trying? That's too embarrassing. But if he didn't go, Yunli would finally become optimistic and motivated, and he would definitely be very sad and disappointed when he saw that he didn't come. If you completely give up on yourself. From then on, he became the most evil young man in Daxia. I will definitely regret it. What should I do? What should I do? Yi Renshuang whispered to herself, racking her brains to think of a solution that would have both ends. Buzz. The mobile phone placed aside vibrated, ringing with an incoming call. Yi Renshuang glanced at the caller ID and quickly picked up her cell phone to answer the call. Renshuang, you have answered the phone. Practice is boring, isn't it? A new hot pot restaurant has opened in Yuang Temple, and the business is very booming. How about we go and try it tomorrow night? No, tomorrow night You have to practice again tomorrow night. Why don't you take a day off? Yunlai hasn't awakened his spiritual roots yet. Are you still afraid that you won't be able to beat him in a competition? Yi Renchuang saw the MP4 in the corner of her eye, and an idea flashed in her mind. She coughed lightly and said, "Wait a minute. I'll pass you a song. What do you think of it?" "Okay." Zhang Ting was secretly delighted on the other end of the phone. Yun Lai was really good at pinching and calculating, and Yi Renchuang really knew how to sing songs to her. Yi Renchuang hung up the phone, downloaded the second song in the MP4 to her mobile phone as quickly as possible, and then sent it to Zhang Ting. About 5 minutes passed. Zhang Ting called. Answered in seconds. "How about it? Wow, this. Who sang this? Why have I never heard it before? Is it a new song by the singer Zhang Dehua? If I said this was sung by Yun Lai, would you believe it? You don't believe it. Even if you kill me, I won't believe it. Yun Li will hold a concert at the Imperial Opera House at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. He should sing this song live. I hate people who cheat the most. Come with me tomorrow night. If he lip-syncs, I will immediately go on stage to expose him and let him he is disgraced." "Okay, I'll go with you. If you want to fight against fraud, you have to go backstage. It's best to stop Yunli and let him sing a few lines first, so you can know the authenticity." "Yeah, what a great idea. I'm still smart, right? Then after the holiday, you have to treat me to a late-night snack." "I know, let's do this for now. I'll continue practicing after a while." "Good." After hanging up the phone, Yi Renchuang felt that her right ear was hot when she answered the phone. "Why? The quality of the phone is really bad. It gets hot after such a short call. It's time to change your phone." Suzaku Martial Arts Hall. Yu Jingcheng, carrying a paper bag, knocked on the door of the curator's office. "Come in, Jingcheng." Yu Jingcheng was shocked. Fang Zhu was worthy of being a 6th-grade warrior who had awakened the spiritual roots of the three systems. Through a door, his voice seemed to be whispering in his ears. Pushing open the door and walking in, Yu Jingcheng saw Fang Zhu watering flowers. Fang Zhu glanced at Jingcheng. "I just feel it's a pity. Apart from being a gambler and a heavy drinker, Yu Jingcheng is good in other aspects. If you change your bad habits with a kind and progressive master, you will have great hope of being promoted to a 6th-level warrior in the future." Such a pity. Wang and Yun Lai, that arrogant and domineering loser, go in and out of fireworks venues every day, and those who come near black will be black. If he goes on like this, he will be destroyed sooner or later. Yu Jingcheng strode to his desk, put a pile of paper bags in his hand on the desk, and said with a smile, "Young Master Yun has been idle these days. He wrote lyrics, composed music, and sang a song. He is masculine, vigorous, and heroic. Zhuangju, I want Director Fang, Deputy Director Xie and the instructors to also listen." Fang Zhu hummed in his heart. What a good flatterer. How could Yun Lai, that useless person, still be able to sing a song of masculine, vigorous, heroic and majestic? "I'm afraid I won't be able to catch up without singing a few words in one breath." "Okay, thank you for your hard work. I'll distribute them later." Yu Jingcheng nodded in greeting and wanted to send it to the head of the family and Miss Yun, then turned around and hurried out of the office. After watering the flowers, Fang Zhu placed the watering can on the windowsill, turned around and looked at the pile of paper bags on his desk. He stretched out his right arm, released a soft energy from his palm, and lifted a paper bag from the air. Taking out a beautifully made poster from the paper bag, Fang Zhu unfolded it and saw that the poster taken by Yun Lai looked quite human-like. A dandy is just a dandy. He makes a good show, but it is a pity that it is useless. Looking at the promotional slogan at the bottom of the poster, it is full of arrogance. 10 years to sharpen a sword. An album of handed-down songs. A feast of music appreciation. I really don't know what the word, shame, means. A ball of flame burst out from Fang Zhu's palm, and the poster was instantly swallowed up by the blue tongue of fire and turned into ashes. Fang Zhu originally wanted to crush the MP4 that was sent to him, but then he thought, since Yun Lai was so arrogant, he might as well let the students listen to it. Let the students increase their hatred for the young master from a wealthy family. He picked up the landline phone on the table and called the broadcasting room. After a while, the announcer on duty at the Suzaku Budokan broadcast room trotted into the director's office. Give the paper bag on the table to Deputy Director Xie and the instructors, one for each person. Inside is Master Yun Lian's poster MP4. Besides, Wait for the radio to play it later and let the students listen to it. Remember to say before playing it that Mr. Yun Lian wrote the lyrics, composed the music and sung it himself. After the explanation, Fang Zhu watched the announcer on duty quickly leave the office carrying a stack of paper bags, and turned to look out the window. Nearly 100 students are training in combat formations on the playground in the distance. The setting sun illuminates the red martial arts uniform. Coupled with the neat and vigorous formation changes, it looks really impressive. Hey hey hey, students, now play the song, Men Should Be Strong, which was written, composed and sung by Mr. Yun Lian. The announcer's announcement resounded throughout the Suzaku Martial Arts Hall. Fang Zhu saw that the changing battle formation suddenly stopped and did not blame the students for their lack of concentration. A few days ago, Yun Lai reviewed the students' practice and randomly selected 10 people to fight against the one-handed Yu Jingcheng. The students are still complaining until now. Suddenly I heard, Men Should Be Strong, written and composed by Yun Lai playing on the radio. I was surprised and must have felt disgusted. But when Fang Zhu heard the thunderous drumbeats and the prelude of the Suona song, he suddenly felt a sense of heroism, and the power of the fire element in Qihai Dantian faintly resonated with it. Facing the waves with pride. Hot blood is like the red sunlight. The courage is like iron, and the bones are like fine steel. My mind is vast and my vision is far-reaching. Pledge to work hard and become a good man. Be a good man and improve yourself every day. A hot-blooded man is brighter than the sun. Fang Zhu had a look of surprise on his face, the hair on his arms stood up uncontrollably, and infinite fighting spirit surged in his heart. This song is really worthy of the words, masculine, vigorous, heroic and majestic. Can't wait to pick up your gun and mount your horse. Go to a strange world now. Fight to the death with that brutal alien beast. The playground in the distance. Instructor Lei Ming, who led hundreds of students in combat formation training, felt his heart surge with excitement. He stomped his right foot hard, made a false strike with his left fist, and changed the battle formation training to bodybuilding boxing. Not to mention the students of Suzaku Martial Arts Hall. I have never heard such a passionate and heroic song. All of them are enthusiastic. The previous contempt and disdain for Yun Lai was completely forgotten, replaced by full of ambition. Under the leadership of instructor Lei Ming, the bodybuilding boxing techniques were vigorously fought, and the array of hundreds of second-grade warriors actually revealed a formidable murderous aura. Become infected. The students who were walking, playing ball, and chatting nearby gathered in the playground and joined the formation one after another. Suddenly, the fists were blowing with great momentum. Let the sea and the sky gather energy for me. To create the world. Go for my ideals. Look at the tall and strong blue waves. Look again at the vast blue sky and the majestic majesty. I am a man and I should strengthen myself. Fang Zhu's eyes flashed with fiery red light, and in his excitement, he repeatedly praised, So, what a song. The broadcast is finished. The students on the playground were still unsatisfied. Listening to such a heroic and powerful song. It seems that there is endless strength. Play it again. I don't know who shouted. Requests to play it again kept coming. Finally it resounded throughout the Suzaku Martial Arts Hall. Seeing this scene, Fang Zhu let out a long breath. It had been a long time since he had seen the students display such excellent energy. Starting from tomorrow, Men Should Be Strong can be designated as the school song of Suzaku Budokan. Yunli. Fang Zhu, who had been too immersed in listening to the song earlier, suddenly woke up. A Man Should Be Strong, sung by that dandy good-for-nothing Yun Lai. As a 6th grade warrior, hearing is by no means comparable to ordinary people. Fang Zhu had to admit that it was indeed Yun Lai himself who sang it, and the original voice could not be hidden from him. Yunli, you, a dandy, can actually sing such a masculine, heroic song. I really underestimate you. Interesting. Tianlin Genting Hotel. In the presidential suite. There was a piece of white paper on the coffee table in front of Yun Lai. On the white paper was written the word, Fang Zhu. There was a simple black ring on the side of the white paper. The black ring is actually a seal. Seal of death. Just use a black ring, print, shu, in the traditional Chinese character for kill, on the word, Fang Zhu, and give it to the shadow. The black ring in the hands of the shadow leader, then print, kill, On it, showing the traditional Chinese character, kill, can match. The Big Shadow Leader, a 7th grade warrior, will personally take action to eradicate Fang Zhu. At this moment, Yunlai was waiting for the system's disguised mind-reading prompt. If Fang Zhu listened to, men should be strong. Still slandering himself. It shows that there is no way to win over it. So, tonight is Fang Zhu's death. Fang Zhu, this is your last chance, don't make the wrong choice. Yunli said silently. Zhang Rong and Ding Weijiang, who were waiting at the side, had cold sweat on their backs. Where did Fang Zhu offend the young master? Actually on the death blacklist. He is the director of the Suzaku Martial Arts Hall. A 6th grade warrior who has awakened 3 spiritual roots. The world's top players. Ding, Fang Zhu feels that his understanding of you is wrong. Perhaps under your arrogance and domineering attitude, there is another side unknown to the public. It is very likely that you will become an accomplished head of the Yun family in the future, with a luck value of +999. System hint. Yunlai's expression remained unchanged. Temporarily remove Fang Zhu from the death blacklist. As long as you can fight for it. Just give Fang Zhu a chance. If the Son of Destiny finds Fang Zhu, and Fang Zhu is surrounded by Su Chen, who has the halo of the protagonist, he will fall to the protagonist camp again. Until then, kill him with your own hands. Putting away the black ring, a blazing flame flew out from the fingertips, burning the white paper on the coffee table into a ball of black ashes. Zhang Rong and Ding Weijiang secretly took a long breath. Fang felt that he had gone through hell. Yunlai took out his cell phone and called Fang Zhu. Soon, the call is connected. Director Fang, I hope you can come to my concert in Hall 3 of the Imperial Opera House tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Okay, I will definitely go. Call ended. Yunlai leaned back, leaning on the sofa and continued to rest with his eyes closed. Estimated by time. The richest man in the Xia dynasty, he is also a 6th grade warrior who has awakened the 4 spiritual roots, and the cheap dad Yun Sheng after the soul has passed through. You should soon hear your own song. I wonder how he reacted. It can stir up the emotions of Yun Sheng, the richest man in Daxia. Then he is awesome. Yu Jingcheng is the head of Yunlai's 4 personal bodyguards. He has many privileges that are unimaginable to ordinary people. For example, as long as it is related to the young master, you can report it to the head of the family, Yun Sheng, at any time. And the family leader Yun Sheng can be seen at any time throughout Daxia. That's really a handful. On the order of the young master, I sent a paper bag to the head of the family, Yun Sheng. Unlucky time. It happened that the head of the family, Yun Sheng, was having a meeting. But the head of the family, Yun Sheng, learned that it was the young master who wanted to send the poster MP4. Actually interrupted the meeting. Summon immediately. Yunlai is Yun Sheng's most favored youngest son, and that is a well-deserved reputation. As for the least effective, cough. After the concert tomorrow night, you can take it off. I have been recording songs with Yunlai for the past 3 days. Have to say, Yunli will be a rising star in the Daxia music scene. Under the guidance of Yun Sheng's secretary Huang Kui, Yu Jingcheng entered the lounge next to the conference room carrying a paper bag. Yun Sheng, who was in his early 50s, leaned back on the sofa and closed his eyes to rest. Master, Yu Jingcheng is here. Huang Kui reported respectfully. Yun Sheng opened his eyes and looked at Yu Jingcheng. Yu Jingcheng did not dare to look at the head of the family. The aura of the superior who was not angry but powerful was too strong, and it was also out of the most basic etiquette. Master, I have nothing to do these days. I wrote lyrics, composed music, and sang a few songs. I think the singing is pretty good. I'm going to have a concert tomorrow night at 8 o'clock in Hall 3 of the Imperial Opera House. If the head of the family is free, please attend. Yun Sheng was quite surprised. Concert, I don't have high hopes for my youngest son. Except peace and quiet, that is to get married as soon as possible and continue to have children for the Yun family. I heard that Yi Ranshuang's little girl wants to break off the engagement. Snort. Thanks to Yunlai for snatching Yi Ranshuang away. Otherwise, the Yi family, which has always relied on the Yun family, can be removed from the list of great families in Daxia. Jingcheng, Yunlai's body is weak. You should give him more advice, drink less, and pay more attention to rest. Yu Jingcheng nodded quickly. Jingcheng will remember his master's teachings. Huang Kui took the paper bag from Yu Jingcheng's hand, secretly released a burst of energy to investigate, and confirmed that there was no danger, then gave Yu Jingcheng a wink. Master, if there is nothing else, Jingcheng will leave. Yu Jingcheng lowered his head and asked for instructions. Yun Sheng waved his hand gently. Yu Jingcheng slowly retreated behind the door, then turned around and left in a hurry. Huang Kui took out the posters and MP4s from the paper bag, placed them one by one in front of the owner of the house, and glanced at them for a moment after unfolding them. The Little Master poster is well shot. It is different from the usual sickly look. Although it is only from the side, it looks energetic, and the particularly messy hair shows a rare unruliness. The slogan below the poster can be used. It takes 10 years to sharpen a sword. An album of songs passed down from generation to generation. Enjoy a musical feast. This is really too much. Yun Sheng also felt that it was over. Showing off your strength is called domineering and sideways. Those who don't have the strength to show off will only be ridiculed by others. But no matter what, Yunli is Chu Yi's posthumous son. In fact, the assassin's target that night was himself, if Chu Yi, who was pregnant with Lujia, had not sacrificed his life to block the assassin's fatal sword. Perhaps, now he is already a pile of bones. Looking at the poster again, Yun Sheng was surprised to find that Yunli's profile looked very similar to his mother's. He leaned over and picked up the poster, and the more he looked at it, the more they looked alike. Huang Kui, please go out too. Yun Sheng didn't want to reveal his true feelings in front of anyone. Huang Kui nodded. He turned around and quickly walked out of the lounge. Yun Sheng held the poster in his left hand, opened the palm of his right hand, and the MP4 on the coffee table flew into his hand. Lear, your mother sings very well. If you can be half as good as your mother, father will definitely make your concert attract the attention of the imperial capital. After sighing with emotion, Yun Sheng put on the headset and pressed the play button. As soon as Yun Sheng, who was both civilized and military savvy, heard the intro of the song, his eyes suddenly lit up, and he had a premonition that this song was unusual. All, be brave. The wound on your forehead. It's your differences and your mistakes. Yun Sheng was pleasantly surprised. My precious son's singing skills are extraordinary. There are no lyrics, but the articulation is particularly clear. And the moral and artistic conception at the beginning are very good. It should be a song full of profound meaning. Read on. After a while, Yun Sheng couldn't sit still. Some unknown past events and pain deep in his heart burst out like a volcano. They said, stop your madness. It's like the dirt has been wiped away. They said, go up the steps, and the price is bowing your head. Then let me, ride the wind. You are just as proud, so lonely and brave. Who said that ordinary people in chess games are not heroes? Yun Sheng held his head high. Although he tried hard to suppress it, a tear still overflowed from the corner of his eye. This song has a profound meaning. Need to taste well. As the saying goes, no one knows his son better than his father. But why do you feel that the person who understands you best in the world is your youngest son Yunli? The world only knows that Yun Jiagui is the leading tycoon in Daxia. Have various privileges, high and above. Zhang Yang is domineering and arrogant. But who knows? The price paid along the way. Who still remembers? Since the great change of 100 years, a total of 376 outstanding members of the Yun family have died on the battlefield. Some of them died from ferocious beasts and alien races. Some of them died in internal fighting. Most of them died fighting against foreign enemies. Without the blood and tears of the Yun family, it is impossible for Daxia to be as peaceful as it is today. After a long time, Yun Sheng finally calmed down his extremely fluctuating emotions, took off his headset, and lingered on the poster for a long time with his eyes full of love and joy. Yun Sheng slowly took his seat, put down the poster, and clapped his hands gently. Huang Kui, who was waiting outside, opened the door and entered. Yunli is going to hold a concert. Please inform Tianyan Entertainment to promote it according to the standards of a superstar. Also, let all members of the Yun family in the imperial capital attend tomorrow night. No one should be missing. Huang Kui nodded. Yun Sheng thought for a while, then continued. Tell Tang Bingwen that the meeting tomorrow night is cancelled, and I, the King of Heaven, cannot disturb me from attending Yun Li's concert. Huang Kui's expression seemed unchanged. I was very surprised inside. Tang Bingwen is the speaker of the Daxia Joint Council. The matter to be discussed tomorrow night is no small matter. If the meeting is cancelled, it will be cancelled. Yunli is really the family master's treasure. It's so flattering. At the same time, Yun Lai was in a very happy mood. As expected, as long as you accurately grasp the emotional weakness of others, every word and action can evoke violent mood swings. Cheap Dad Gui is the richest man in the Shah dynasty. He is usually serious about words and rarely shows his true emotions. I just heard myself singing a song. Contribute 2999. On a whim, I thought of singing a cover song to increase my luck. I really did the right thing. Probably after the concert tomorrow night. It is certain that the luck value accumulated in these days will exceed 50,000. After redeeming the Demon Flame Burning Sky technique, the playboy in the eyes of the world can be transformed into a first-class master with supreme magic power. There are less than 3 months until the secret realm opens. Waited for the secret realm. You must learn the 9 turns of mysterious heaven technique by Su Chen, the son of luck. Buzz. The mobile phone placed on the minibar vibrated, and the ringtone of an incoming call rang. Yun Lai took a look. This is an unfamiliar mobile phone number. And I am the young master of the Yun family. That is a special user of Daxia Telecom. Scams and advertisements, these calls will never come in. The owner of the unknown mobile phone number that can call him is no ordinary person. Besides, when it comes to brushing luck points, only people you know make huge contributions. Of course, the more, the merrier. So Yunli swiped the screen to answer the call. Master Yun, I am Fan Yuding from Tianyan Entertainment. Yunli almost hung up the phone when he heard Fan Yuding's highly recognizable voice. Fan Yuding, this love brain, has evil plans for herself. I just received an order from the head of the family. Tomorrow night Master Yun's concert will be promoted by Tianyan Entertainment according to the standards of a king superstar. Master Yun, do you think we can meet at a suitable place to discuss tomorrow night's concert? Yunli fainted. I just wanted to hold a small-scale concert, try to catch up with all my acquaintances, and exchange the luck points earned for Devil Flame Burning Sky. But I never expected that Cheap Dad would be so addicted to the music that he wanted to promote it according to the standards of a superstar. Cheap Dad Gui is the richest man in the Shah dynasty. He said that Tianyan Entertainment will only raise another level, so the intensity of publicity must be unprecedented. When I think of the large outdoor screens in the imperial capital, even the advertisements on buses and subway platforms are all posters of my concert. Live broadcast on the video website owned by Tianyan Entertainment. So high profile, more than just the imperial capital. The whole summer will be a sensation. Being too famous is not a good thing. I don't know what kind of changes it will cause in the original plot. The richest man is not helping his son. Instead, he cheated his son. Master Yun, are you listening? Fan Yuding asked on the phone. Yunli let out a sigh of relief. It's not good to refuse. The richest man's father can't bear to lose face, so let's take it one step at a time. Anyway, I will never enter the entertainment industry. Here, let's do this. If it's convenient for Mr. Fan, we'll meet at the Tianlin Yunding Lobby Cafe in half an hour. Okay, by the way, what was the title of the song you sang in the studio that day? Ask. Kiss. What kind of kiss? Ask a question. Oh. Got it, let's do this for now, see you in half an hour. Good. Call ended. Yunli, who was speechless by the very bold Fan Yuding, heard the system prompt. Ding. Fan Yuding is looking forward to meeting you. She is thinking about how to dress up to attract your attention. Her luck value is plus 666. Tianlin Genting Hotel. Cafe on the side of the lobby. Yunli took a seat at a table by the window. Across the aisle, Yu Jingcheng and Cao Ming, who were on duty, stood with their heads bowed. Every 3 meters outside the open cafe, there is an elite bodyguard wearing a black suit and a headset. There is a closed business sign at the entrance. Plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. It's like a big fish blowing bubbles at the bottom of the water. The luck value keeps increasing. The hotel staff and guests couldn't stand the arrogance of the young master from a well-connected family. Let's have a cup of coffee and book the place. It's so ostentatious. Picking up the exquisite coffee cup, Yunli took a sip of Kona coffee. It had a light and delicate taste and a complex aroma. While sipping coffee, while watching the luck value increase. This feels really good. You have money. It's so willful. Yunli put down his coffee cup and looked sideways out of the window. The autumn wind was blowing by, and in the flower bed separated from the sidewalk, the blossoming roses were swaying enchantingly. Suddenly he thought of his mortal enemy Su Chen. Estimate based on time. Now Su Chen should help a certain rich man recover a stolen oil painting and become famous in the upper circles of the imperial capital. In a few days, most likely, he would have received a request from the Special Operations Department to help investigate the alien spies who had sneaked into the imperial capital. And during this period of recording the album, Xu Mengyao only sent one message, and her expression of longing was neither cold nor indifferent, nor did she take the initiative to ask for a date. Obviously, the best green tea is in love with Su Chen. Su Chen's ability also attracted the best green tea. As the relationship deepens, Zhanpin Green Tea gradually discovered that Su Chen was not a poor boy with nothing, but had a background. The balance in his heart naturally began to tip towards the son of fate. Su Chen deserves to be the protagonist. Wait until the concert is over. Tomorrow I should give the best green tea a little sweet taste. Keep letting the pseudo-heroine sway. Master Yun, Mr. Fan is here. Yu Jingcheng reminded. Yun Lai turned around and looked. Fan Yuding was seen running towards the coffee shop quickly with her satchel in hand. Obviously the system prompts. Fan Yuding thought about how to dress up to attract her attention. Therefore, Yu Jingcheng and Cao Ming were deliberately asked to wait aside. Even if Fan Yuding is wearing revealing clothes and no matter how courageous she is, she would still be embarrassed to openly tease and flirt with her in front of the loser, right? Unexpectedly, Fan Yuding was wearing a brown short windbreaker and a light blue professional suit underneath. The professional suit is long trousers. Not even a tube skirt or black stockings. It's very conservative. Is there an error in the system prompt? Ding. Fan Yuding thinks you are really putting on a show. Even if you book a coffee shop to discuss things, you also have so many bodyguards to protect you. It's not because you are afraid of death but because you feel guilty. That would be even better. Your luck value will be plus 514. Yunli heard the latest prompt from the system. Put away your contempt for Fan Yuding. Fan Yuding actually left the Tianyan Entertainment studio early without saying hello through herself. So as to be keenly aware. He deliberately avoided her. Right, without any ability, I wouldn't be able to become my sister Yunyan's best friend and confidant. Fan Yuding went straight into the coffee shop and came to Yun Lai. Cao Ming helpfully opened the seat. Thank you. Fan Yuding thanked her politely, took her seat and looked at Yun Lai across the small round table, and said apologetically, I'm so sorry, there was a traffic jam all the way, so I'm late. Yun Lai said calmly, It's okay, Mr. Fan, what would you like to drink? Fan Yuding shook her head, took out her mobile phone from her bag, checked her work outline, and then looked at Yun Lai openly. Master Yun, a successful concert requires a lot of preparations. I'll just pick out the key points. Accompaniment by a live band. Clothing, lighting and sound effects. On-stage makeup. These are key factors that cannot be underestimated for the success of the concert. Since Mr. Yun is holding a concert at the Imperial Opera House, I definitely hope that the concert will be successful. There are still 26 hours and 45 minutes until the concert starts. Actually, time is already very tight. Besides, the head of the family attaches great importance to Mr. Yun's concert and specifically ordered the work to be carried out according to the highest standards. Mr. Yun doesn't want to let the head of the family down, right? Yunli was moved by Fan Yuding's words. As of now, we have already asked 4 big losers to send out more than 30 copies of posters and MP4s. Not even half of the people who got the prompt of increasing the luck value of the system heard it. Even if you listen, not every contribution has a high luck value. The root cause is that the main villain and supporting character Yun Lai is a useless waste and it is too deeply rooted in the hearts of the people. Subconsciously I thought it was lip syncing. He plays tricks on the dude who has nothing to do every day and basically shows disdain. Of course, it is difficult to cause violent mood swings in others. Therefore, only when I arrived at the concert, I was shocked to find that it was not lip syncing. After listening carefully, I found that not only was the singing good, but it was also a song that I had never heard before. With such a contrast, the luck value gained would be high. Since you choose to hold a concert, it is very tedious according to Fan Yuding's highest standards, but as long as you get 100,000 plus luck points, it will be worth the extra time and effort. Okay, Mr. Fan is a veteran in the industry. President Fan is solely responsible for the preparations for the concert. Fan Yuding smiled sweetly. Good. While you have time now, go to the Imperial Opera House to get used to the venue in advance. Young Master Yun writes lyrics and music for all his songs, and the accompanying band also gets the sheet music. After practice, they have to rehearse with young Master Yun. Yunli suspected that there was something wrong with the system's disguised mind-reading ability. Fan Yuding doesn't have any pretense at all. It doesn't look like he wants to tease himself at all. And, going to the Imperial Opera House will definitely be busy. How to flirt? This time, Yunli's curiosity was aroused by Fan Yuding. Hall 3 of the Imperial Opera House. On the side of the stage, Yunli gave the accompanying band the song scores included in the album. The backing band begins practicing. On the other side of the stage, under the supervision of Fan Yuding, a dozen Tianyan Entertainment staff began to adjust the lighting and sound effects. Because the air conditioner is on indoors, Fan Yuding took off her windbreaker. Only 10 minutes passed, on and off stage, in front of and behind the stage. Walking around constantly, it was so hot that Fan Yuding took off her professional jacket and wore only a white shirt. In order to ensure the success of tomorrow night's performance, Yunli did not deliberately show off or be domineering, but guided the band to practice with his super keen sense of music. Period. Gain plus 10 positive emotions from the accompanying band members. But there is no hint about Fan Yuding's luck value. This means Fan Yuding is fully at work and has nothing to worry about now. When the backing band started playing, question. As soon as the prelude started, Fan Yuding interrupted loudly, "Wait a minute." Yunli looked sideways. Fan Yuding was seen walking to the piano bench. Young Master Yun, I really like the song, question, you sang. Let the band accompany you and let me sing it again. By the way, let's test the stage lighting. In front of everyone, he definitely couldn't refute Fan Yuding's face. Yunli smiled and nodded, okay. Fan Yuding sat on the piano bench, raised her right hand, and snapped her fingers in the air. The main light on the stage goes out. A soft beam of light shot down and enveloped Fan Yuding. The gentle breeze stirred up her hair. Not far away, Yunli was shocked to find that the top button of Fan Yuding's white shirt was unbuttoned. From his angle, he could vaguely see that there seemed to be a tattoo on her left shoulder under the clavicle, with a word tattooed on it. Yunli's curiosity was instantly aroused. How could Fan Yuding, who looked quite dignified, have a tattoo on such a secret part? What words are tattooed on it? As Fan Yuding struck the keys with her 10 fingers, the band began to accompany her. Yunli had no intention of listening to the song, so he moved without leaving a trace. He took another peek, but still couldn't see everything. This made Yunli want to see more clearly. Then, continue moving to the left. Finally saw clearly. It turns out to be the word, ask. The words are black, the skin is white and very plump. Fan Yuding is very talented. At this moment, Yunli suddenly realized that he had fallen into a trap. The title of the song is, question. How could it be such a coincidence that Fan Yuding has the word, question, tattooed on her left shoulder below the collarbone? It must be a tattoo sticker. Looking at Fan Yuding again, Fan Yuding's eyes happened to catch her, and she was looking at him lovingly. Catch yourself peeping. Far from being shy, Fan Yuding straightened her chest out. Yunli instantly felt that the temperature of the air conditioner on the stage was too high. Faint. I was seduced by Sister Yu. Fan Yuding saw Yunli turning his head and looking away, showing a guilty conscience again. Unconsciously, her singing voice was full of tenderness. It's just that women tend to fall in love easily. Always trapped in love, finally getting deeper and deeper. But a woman's love is her soul. She could devote her whole life to it. For those she loved. Finished singing the song. Yunli immediately heard the system prompt. Ding. Fan Yuding is jumping for joy. She thinks your shyness is so cute. She really wants to hug you. Her luck value is plus 999. Well, the development of the original plot is getting more and more wrong. Fan Yuding, Mr. Fan. What you should fall in love with is the decent protagonist with thick eyebrows and big eyes. rather than a supporting role as a villain. Chapter 31 starts at 10 p.m. Advertisements in subway stations and bus stops across the city began to be replaced one after another, and the posters they replaced were all for Yun Lai's concert at the Imperial Capitol Opera House tomorrow night. Got windy. Xu Mengyao nestled in Su Chen's generous arms. Although her clothes were thin, she didn't feel cold at all. Go further. Past the crossroads. It's a rented apartment. I used to feel so tired after just one stop of walking. But after watching a movie with Su Chen, we walked out of the cinema and chatted while walking. We walked for 3 stops without realizing it, and I didn't even feel tired. This is probably the magic of love. Su Chen hugged Xu Mengyao and felt extremely happy. Some days ago, in just one day, he helped Yao Xinyuan recover a stolen oil painting worth tens of millions, and he was able to make a name for himself in the imperial capital. His mentor, Diank, was beaten to a disability and not only became a vegetative state. With the cultivation level of his mentor Diank, who is about to be promoted to the 7th level warrior, the murderer must be extraordinary. Based on interviews conducted over the past 6 months, the murderer is most likely closely involved with the wealthy families in the imperial capital. Helping Yao Xinyuan recover a stolen oil painting worth tens of millions will definitely attract the attention of a wealthy family. As long as it is a rare talent, they are all the targets that powerful families are competing to win over. If the Yun family or the Sun family, the top families in Daxia, pay attention and send people to contact you, that will make it easier to track down the murderer. Besides, I went to the summer palace to relax in the lake and met Xu Mengyao by chance. She was really an angel gifted to me by God. So pure, so gentle, so lovable. Sudden, Su Chen felt that his beloved girl's waist stiffened and her steps slowed down significantly. When she turned her head, she saw Xu Mengyao showing a trace of surprise. Follow her line of sight. The bus stop across the non-motorized lane has been replaced with a new advertisement. Take a closer look. It should be a poster. The poster shows a young man, shot from the side, with slightly messy hair that exudes an unruly look. There are 2 characters on the left, Yun Lai. Oh. It turns out to be Yun Lai, the young master from a prominent family in Daxia. The slogan at the bottom of the poster also reveals the publicity of a wealthy family. After 10 years of sharpening a sword, the legendary song album, If the Cloud Knows, is here to shock you, allowing you to enjoy a feast of music. Xu Mengyao, who had a ghost in her heart, accidentally saw Yun Lai's poster and was really shocked. During the period of dating Su Chen. Gradually no. Su Chen has extraordinary abilities. His abnormality will definitely be noticed by him. An idea struck. Xu Mengyao didn't wait for Su Chen to ask, and said first, this Yun Lai went to our school with a few dudes. He seemed to be picking up a certain girl, and drove directly into the campus. He was so arrogant, and suddenly saw her in the middle of the night. His poster is really unlucky. Su Chen didn't think much, lowered his head and kissed Xu Mengyao's smooth and white forehead. She was so timid. I have heard about the young master of the Yun family for a long time. Premature baby. The body and bones are weak. Born unable to awaken spiritual roots. Relying on the favor of the family. Hanging out with the 4 evil young men in the imperial capital all day long. What a worthless waste. Meng Yao, as long as I'm here, you don't have to be afraid or anyone. Xu Mengyao said softly, and glanced at the poster at the bus stop from the corner of her eye. Have to admit, Yunli's poster is well shot. Quite handsome. I guess I have been working on some song album these days, so I have no time to talk to myself. Why, a young master like Yun Lai is too easy to attract bees and butterflies. If there is no contact all the time, it means that he is just playing for fun. Now that he has a new love, it is better to break it off completely and follow Su Chen wholeheartedly. But, I'm so unwilling. It's rare to get to know Yun Lai. After all, Yun Lai is the most favored young master of the richest man in Daxia and the future head of the Yun family. How nice would it be if he treated himself like Su Chen? I really want to marry into the Yun family gloriously. Su Chen was at a loss and didn't know that the girl he loved was thinking about another man at the moment and was about to tell Xu Mengyao. I'm going to another place tomorrow. We'll come back the day after tomorrow. At this time, a taxi passed by on the motorway. Huh, Su Chen frowned. With extremely keen perception, he sensed abnormal fluctuations in the spiritual power of a certain passenger in the taxi. Seeing Su Chen stop suddenly, Xu Mengyao said softly, and blurted out, "What's wrong?" Su Chen saw that the taxi had gone away. The imperial capital. The capital of Daxia. It has always been a place of crouching tigers, hidden dragons. I don't even know the identity of the passengers in the taxi. There is no need to cause trouble. Fine. By the way, I have to go out of town tomorrow and come back early the day after tomorrow. How about we go make hot pot the night after tomorrow? Xu Mengyao smiled and nodded. Okay, it's getting cold, so it's time to make hot pot. In the taxi driving away, the taxi driver took advantage of the sparse traffic ahead and changed the radio channel. Listeners, you are in for a treat. This is the new song, Angel Wings, that will be on the charts starting at 8 o'clock tonight. It is a very, very good song. Hai Yun is right. After listening to this song, I feel like I have eaten ginseng fruit and my whole body feels so good. And this singer has a great background. He is Yunli, the young master of Shangqiu Financial Investment Group. No way, Yunli is also the composer and composer. The viewers who listen to our program must find it incredible. I can say responsibly that Hai Yun and I will not take away the red envelope. Whether it sounds good or not, let the listeners in front of the radio judge for themselves. The taxi driver snorted contemptuously and muttered with great disdain, I don't believe that Yun Lai, that playboy, can sing any very, very good songs. The two young female passengers sitting in the back seat had already sat up straight at the same time when they heard Yun Lai's name. The melodious prelude sounded. The magnetic yet slightly rustic singing voice echoed in the car. Where will the fallen leaves go with the wind? Just leave the sky to be beautiful. The sound that once flew, like angel wings, across my happy past. The taxi driver felt a chill running down his spine. He was so surprised that this song turned out to be so beautiful. The eyes of the two young female passengers in the back row lit up at the same time, as if there were stars in the night sky. The taxi arrives at the destination. The two young female passengers did not get off the bus. The taxi driver didn't push me either. Listen to the song silently. Until the song ends. This Yunli has subverted my understanding of him. The taxi driver sighed with emotion. The two young female passengers ignored the chatty taxi driver. The one on the left took out her mobile phone and scanned the QR code to pay the fare, then opened the doors on both sides and got off. Wait for the taxi to drive away. The two women looked at the Yun Lai poster diagonally opposite the bus stop. Princess, why does the little loser from the Yun family sing such good songs? Feng Yakin sighed in a low voice. The young woman called, Princess, stared at Yun Lai's poster in a daze. Princess, Feng Ziyu. Feng Yakin touched her waist with her arm. Feng Ziyu came back to her senses and looked sideways at Feng Yakin. Yakin, I think we can change our plans. It's difficult to assassinate Yun Shang. Even if we succeed, I'm afraid it won't force the demon Yunyuan to withdraw his troops. It will only increase his violence and murder. It's better to kidnap Yunli. Take Yun Lai to Red Moon Canyon. Yun Yuan loves this younger brother very much and will definitely withdraw his troops. That will solve the crisis in Red Moon Canyon. Feng Yakin only felt that the princess was the princess, and the brain was the spirit. This time she sneaked into Daxia, but she was followed by a 7th-level warrior from the clan. It's easy to catch a piece of trash. Bring back. When Yun Yuan saw Yun Lai, who was beaten with a bruised nose and swollen face, he must withdraw his troops first for the safety of his precious brother. Princess, after we capture Yunli, let him sing, Angel Wings, to us on the way back. This song is really nice. Feng Yakin was still thinking about the song she just listened to, and she still had unfinished thoughts. Feng Ziyu nodded slightly. Hostility aside, Yunli's singing is really nice. Just let him kneel and sing. Sing until you feel comfortable. The rehearsal at the Imperial Opera House didn't end until nearly 11 o'clock. Wait for Yunli to return to Tianlin Yunding Hotel where he is staying. Everything is quiet now. On the way back, Yunli saw that the bus stops along the way were all decorated with his own posters. And this is just to build momentum for tomorrow night's concert that is not open to the public. The richest man's father is a tyrant. The courage to spend money like water is really a role model for our generation. Pity. The effect of spending money to increase your luck is far less effective than being arrogant and domineering in your words and deeds. Bus stations, subways, and probably outdoor screens in major business districts all over the city cost so much publicity money. As of now, I only gained a mere 600 luck points. They are from Xu Mengyao and Zhao Qinglong respectively. It should be that the two of them went out tonight and saw an outdoor advertisement. The main contribution is Xu Mengyao. Judging from the system's disguised mind reading, she must have been with Su Chen at the time. With Su Chen's ability, he will definitely notice Xu Mengyao's abnormality. And Xu Mengyao, the best green tea expert, is very good at disguise and will definitely make up excuses to resolve Su Chen's suspicion. This can be regarded as an indirect confrontation with Su Chen. Xu Mengyao's heart naturally tilted towards Su Chen, but she still had great fantasies about marrying into a top-notch family. After all, becoming a wealthy family is not achieved just because someone is outstanding. It requires at least 3 generations of solid foundation. This is something that even Su Chen, the son of fate, who bears the aura of the protagonist, cannot achieve in his lifetime. Even if according to the original plot, Su Chen overthrew the Yun family and dominated the world's #1 martial arts throne, but he was just an upstart at best. It's far away from a wealthy family. Since Xu Mengyao still has a relatively clear understanding, she will not be called at the concert. If she is caught by Yi Ranshuang, it is better to make a fuss with herself. Most of the time, she will turn around and leave with a cold face, and never leave again. Do not look back. Yunli thought of Fan Yuding again. On work ability. She is impeccable. On the level of seduction. That's simply amazing. She clearly had systematic and disguised mind-reading tips, but she was still able to seduce them all. Fan Yuding is worthy of being the best friend and confidant of her sister Yun Yan. She must have known that Yi Ranshuang wanted to break off the engagement, but the dispute was now very tense, and she felt that there was an opportunity to take advantage of it, so she was so bold and unscrupulous. Wait until I see Yi Ranshuang attending the concert. With Fan Yuding's arrogance, she would probably give up. It may take Fan Yuding a long time to get over her unrequited love. But Fan Yuding is in the period of lovelorn. You will definitely run into a series of chance encounters deliberately created by Su Chen. What changes will happen? Ignore Su Chen, or will she immediately fall in love with Su Chen? The safest way is to let Fan Yuding see the passionate love between Su Chen and Xu Mengyao. As for hanging Fan Yuding, forget it. That's playing with fire. I don't have the aura of a protagonist. It is difficult enough for the heroine Yi Ranshuang to cope with it. I can't handle a few more. Ding. Yi Ranshuang tossed and turned and couldn't fall asleep. I was amazed that you could sing such a beautiful song. I really wanted to send you a message, but I couldn't save my face. Luck value plus 568. Yunli heard the system prompt. The heroine went from a negative mood of 999 to a positive mood in less than a week. Now she can't sleep at night, thinking about herself. I feel really proud. This proves it. Just control people's emotional weaknesses with precision. No matter how deep the hatred is, it can be resolved. Since Yi Ranshuang couldn't sleep, of course he should tease her and improve the heroine's luck. Entering the bedroom, Yunli picked up his cell phone from the bedside table, thought about it, and sent a message to Yi Ranshuang. Yi Ranshuang really didn't expect that in addition to Youth and Notepad, Yunli's Angel Wings was also so good. I don't know what the other songs on the album are like. If only the capital city could be this stunning. That shows that the slogan on the poster, 10 years to sharpen a sword, is true. For 10 years, Yunli seemed decadent and unwilling to make progress, but in fact he had been working hard silently. If it hadn't been for a death at a friend's birthday party, I would have misunderstood Yunli. I just wanted to break off the engagement. If Yunli is made anxious, he will probably continue to sharpen his sword, and will not reveal it to the world until the sword is forged flawlessly. Also to give myself a big surprise. The reason why Yunli went to Beijing Academy, openly robbed him like a bandit, and behaved so arrogantly, was of course because of the song that amazed the world. Talented men are always very proud at heart. Even if you get my person, you can't get my heart. I'm just greedy for your body. Heart, you don't even want that thing. After reciting it silently several times, and considering the situation at that time, Yi Renchuang felt a lot more relieved about Yunlai's harsh words. In fact, it's all just talking in a hurry. Besides, Yunlai is the future head of the Yun family, so if he doesn't speak tougher words, he won't be able to lose face. Yunli, it's all your fault. You told me earlier. You have been working hard silently. How could we be so quarrelsome like this? Yi Renchuang pouted, thinking, as long as Yunli is responsible for what happened that day. Apologize to yourself. The key is to take back your words of, I don't want any dog, and deliberately lose to him when the competition comes. Beep. The mobile phone placed next to the pillow rang with a message notification tone. Yi Renchuang picked up her phone and looked at it. She sat up involuntarily and clicked on the message sent by Yunlai. Yunli, Renchuang, I know you always go to bed early, and you have already fallen asleep at this point. Yi Renchuang was a little depressed. The big bad guy said this at the beginning, making it difficult to reply to the message. Can you chat? But it was so late. Based on past experience, Yunli deliberately waited until he was asleep before sending a message. He probably wanted to say something heartfelt, right? 1 minute passed. 3 minutes passed. It's been almost 10 minutes. Just when Yi Renchuang was waiting anxiously, she finally received another message from Yunlai. Yunlai, I thought I would get stage fright, but tonight I was rehearsing at the Imperial Opera House. The moment I stepped on stage, I felt the heroic spirit of seeing all the mountains and small ones at a glance. Can those songs in the current music scene be called songs? Yi Renchuang's head was covered with black lines. I thought Yunlai would say something like, getting his heart out. So it turns out that you are just here to play arrogantly. Yunli, don't be complacent after achieving a little achievement, you. Yi Renchuang stopped editing the information and hurriedly deleted the typed words. I should be asleep now. Reply immediately. It would make Yunlai proud. Yo, have you learned how to reply instantly? Snort. I won't be fooled. Yi Renchuang put her phone on the bedside table and prepared to ignore Yunlai's boasting. Beep. An information alert sounds. After glancing at it, Yi Renchuang accidentally took the phone into her hand again and clicked it open. Yunli, the concert at the Imperial Opera House is an important transformation in my life. Renchuang, I think you will definitely come to cheer me up. Also, I think the purple dress you wore on your 16th birthday, the evening dress, is particularly beautiful. Yi Renchuang lifted the blanket, got up and got out of bed, and quickly ran to the dressing room with her cell phone in hand. A rummage. Finally I found the purple evening dress I wore on my 16th birthday. Put on a purple evening dress and stand in front of the floor-length mirror. Wow, she is still a beautiful little princess. But soon, Yi Renchuang felt that her breathing was not smooth and her chest was tight. When she lowered her head and looked down, she saw that the well-fitting evening dress she wore for her 16th birthday was obviously too small now. Beep. The mobile phone in my hand sounded a message notification tone. Yi Renchuang clicked on the message. Yunli, Renchuang, as you have grown up, I think your purple evening dress may not fit you anymore. I have customized one for you. I hope you can wear it to my concert. Yi Renchuang was ashamed and angry. Where does the big bad guy look all day long? And oh, why do you feel like your every move is being monitored? Yunli, did you come to my house secretly? Come out quickly. If I find you, I will beat you to death. Yunlai smiled from ear to ear. The heroine is the heroine. Send some messages. He actually got nearly 2,000 luck points. Taking advantage of Yi Renchuang's mood swings at this moment, he was about to say some love words and tease her again. At this time, something suddenly felt wrong. Without raising his head, Yunli had clearly sensed that someone was standing outside the bedroom door. It's not Yu Jingcheng or Cao Ming who take turns. The 5th grade warrior who had awakened the dual system spiritual roots was not alarmed. Sneak in quietly. The person coming must be a 6th grade warrior who has awakened the spiritual roots of dual systems. Even a 7th grade warrior who can enter the top 20 in the global ranking and reach the realm of manifesting the saint. Yunli, who was holding his mobile phone, instinctively wanted to call for help through his mobile phone. But immediately no. It's no small feat to be able to avoid alerting Yu Jingcheng and Cao Ming. As long as there is something strange about yourself. will definitely be attacked. As we all know, the young master of the Yun family is a martial arts waste who will never be able to awaken his spiritual roots. And, not in politics, not in the military, not in business. Hanging out with the dandies in the imperial capital all day long. It poses no threat to the hostile forces of the Yun family at all. The guy outside's goal is definitely not to assassinate. Probably a kidnapping. Kidnap the most favored youngest son of the Yun family. Use this to blackmail the Yun family. To extort money or achieve some purpose. But in the original plot, the villain and supporting character Yun Lai was never kidnapped. It is estimated that Yun Li may be the richest man's dad promoting the concert in a high-profile manner, which once again caused major changes in the original plot. It is very demeaning for a supermaster to kidnap someone. After getting it, it is absolutely impossible to keep him in custody 24 hours a day. Most of them are handed over to the minions under his command. And he awakened the 5 elements spiritual roots. Also take the marrow washing fruit. The current practitioner is at least a 3rd grade warrior. Disguise well, there is sure to be an opportunity to escape. After thinking this way, Yun Lai settled down and just pretended that he didn't know what to do. He directly opened the music file and played Men Should Be Strong, pretending that Wei Yi was preparing for the concert. The main purpose of not pretending to be asleep is that if the guy outside is kidnapping, you have to see clearly. Dare to kidnap me. This revenge must be avenged in the future. Ding. Zhang Wuya is quite pleased that the young master can sing such a powerful and high-spirited song. If Yun Shuai knew about it, he would be extremely surprised and his luck value will be +64. Yun Li heard the system prompt. Know immediately who the guy is outside the door. Zhang Wuya, a 7th grade warrior, the most powerful person under my brother Yunyuan's command. But instead of accompanying his brother Yunyuan on the expedition, Zhang Wuya should be laying siege to the alien race's strategic location, the Red Moon Canyon. Why are you back? According to the original plot. Until my sister Union sent her shadow to chase Su Chen. A series of failures. Even the shadow leader Yuan Shuiyi was defeated by Su Chen. After receiving an urgent request for help, Yunyuan sent Zhang Wuya back to Daxia. When Zhang Wuya comes back, it should be after the spring of next year. Undoubtedly, there are a lot of changes to the original plot. However, there is systematic disguised mind reading. Zhang Wuya is still loyal. You are safe and sound. The song, Men Should Improve Themselves, has finished playing. Dong dong dong, there was a knock on the door. Of course, Yun Lai was a playboy who pretended not to have awakened his spiritual roots. He said impatiently, "Didn't I tell you not to disturb me? What's the matter?" Zhang Wuya pushed the door open. Old Zhang. Yun Li didn't need to pretend, he had a look of joy on his face. He jumped out of bed and said with a smile, "Why are you back?" The strong-backed Zhang Wuya was relieved to see that Yun Lai's energy had improved a lot. He stepped forward, knelt down on one knee, and saluted with his fists clasped. Zhang Wuya, the last general, has met Mr. Yun. Okay, don't be like those in the military. Also, why are you all so retro when you go to the strange world? What about the generals and Yun Shuai? It really makes me feel awkward. Yun Lai smiled, joking. Zhang Wuya stood up after saluting and explained with a smile, "Young Master Yun, hot weapons are useless in the Yangwang continent. After staying here for a long time, it feels very weird to kill people with a knife every day and still use modern military ranks, so I also learn from foreign races. In that way, changing to the ancient military rank will also facilitate communication when negotiating with foreign races." Yun Lai said, "Oh. It's just a polite greeting, and I'm not interested in any title. It's urgent. Just have to figure it out. Why did Zhang Wuya suddenly come back? Old Zhang, my brother captured the Red Moon Canyon and sent you back to tell the good news." Zhang Wuya frowned and shook his head. The Red Moon Canyon is extremely steep, and there are 5 masters from the Thunder clan who are among the foreign races. It will be impossible to attack it for a while. The purpose of my coming back this time is to protect Mr. Yun. Yun Lai was shocked. Zhang Wuya needs to be protected. This shows that there are at least martial arts masters at the same level as Zhang Wuya who have intentions that are detrimental to him. Master Yun, Yu Jingcheng and Sao Ming rushed into the bedroom with faces of shame. Previously, the energy in Dantian suddenly surged, and the spiritual energy that had not yet been transformed into the power of pure elements was surging uncontrollably, so he had to meditate and adjust his breath. It took a lot of effort to tame the violent spiritual energy. Suddenly I heard the conversation between Zhang Wuya and Yun Lai, and then I realized that Zhang Wuya had plotted against him. Why? It's okay not to be convinced. There is an unbridgeable gap between the 5th grade warrior and the 7th grade warrior. Zhang Wuya glanced at Yu Jingcheng and Cao Ming and said, "You guys have regressed." Yu Jingcheng and Cao Ming bowed their heads in shame. These past 3 years, follow the little master to various entertainment venues every day. Cultivation is naturally lax. It's really like sailing against the current. If you don't advance, you will retreat. Yun Lai just wanted to find out quickly who was being targeted, and asked bluntly, "Old Zhang, I have always been honest and never made grudges with others. Who wants to murder me?" Zhang Wuya coughed dryly. Although he is away from home all year round, he has heard about Yun Lai's affairs to some extent. He has nothing to do with honesty and duty. However, it is very necessary to inform. At least it made Yun Li feel confident. According to reliable information, the Wind Clan, a foreign tribe, has sent spies to sneak into the imperial capital. Commander Yun predicts that their purpose is not to assassinate the family leader, but will most likely kidnap young Master Yun. These spies are extraordinary. They include Feng Ziyu, the princess of the Wind Clan, and Feng Tuo, a 7th-level warrior. Therefore, let the general rush back and protect him secretly during this period. Yun Li fainted. I'm afraid it started with snatching Yi Ranshuang. The original plot has undergone major changes. The people who originally sneaked into the imperial capital were just ordinary spies from foreign races. The imperial capital special operations office failed to trace the case, so they treated the dead horse as a living horse doctor and asked the famous Su Chen for help. By tracking down the spy, Su Chen unexpectedly found Old Man Sha, who was involved with the spy. He learned from Old Man Sha that the beating of his mentor Diank to a disability was related to the Yun family. Ever since, the two worlds were connected. After decades of confrontation between Daxia and the foreign races, it was commonplace for each other to send spies to investigate. The princess of the Wind Clan, who should be disadvantageous to him, is not the same as an ordinary spy. If an ordinary secret agent were upgraded to the level of a Wind Clan princess, it would be bad if Su Chen meets the Wind Clan, the most powerful alien race in the original work, in advance. The original work is about Feng Ziyu, a princess of the Chinese clan. A very powerful character. She is considered the second female lead after Yi Ranshuang. The author of the original dog finally became more normal. Feng Ziyu was not included in Su Chen's harem from beginning to end. She used Su Chen's hatred for Yunyuan to intensify Daxia's internal strife. Yunyuan died. The Yun family was destroyed, greatly weakening Daxia's strength. The rise of Su Chen was like the Virgin Mary, whose ideal was to coexist peacefully with the alien races in the Yangwang continent. In the end, Daxia lost nearly 1 million square kilometers of strange world colonies. The Sun family, which became the #1 family, signed a peace treaty with the foreign tribe represented by the Wind Clan. The radiance of Our Lady shines upon the earth. Peace at last. But what about the blood of hundreds of thousands of soldiers who died in Daxia over the past 100 years? Was it all in vain? What about the nearly tens of millions of ordinary people who died tragically innocently? Who will avenge you? Who is right and who is wrong? Yun Lai, who came through the soul, didn't bother to care. Anyway, it's a principle: whoever wants to deal with me and the Yun family, then clean up whoever wants to deal with him. History has always been written by the victors. As long as you win in the end, the villain is the hero. Leave your name in history. Old Zhang, the princess of the Wind Clan, Feng Ziyu, wants to kidnap me. The most likely way is to take me to the Red Moon Canyon and force my brother to withdraw his troops. Is this young master's guess correct? Zhang Wuya nodded. Young Master Yun's guess is correct. This is what Yun Shuai is most worried about. Yun Li frowned and thought for a moment. As the saying goes, it takes 1,000 days to be a thief, but 1,000 days to guard against a thief. Besides, the war in Red Moon Canyon is tense. It's not appropriate for you, Old Zhang, to stay with me all the time. This young master has decided. After the concert, the security level will remain unchanged. Let Princess Feng Ziyu of the Wind Clan kidnap her. Then, Lao Zhang and the shadow leader Yuan Shui lurked and sniped in the guarded area, and captured the Wind Clan Princess Feng Ziyu and the 7th level warrior Feng Tuo in one fell swoop. Let Lao Zhang discuss the specific plan with Yuan Shui. The corners of Yu Jingcheng's mouth kept twitching. The young master's arrogance is terminal. Even if he has awakened dual spiritual roots and can practice, he is also a martial arts monster, but it takes time to grow. Caught by a 7th grade warrior. Even if Zhang Wuya and Yuan Shui join forces for a sneak attack, it is difficult to guarantee a successful rescue without any damage. Cao Ming's head was buzzing. Once again, I was shocked by the young master's arrogance. Zhang Wuya was slightly startled. Although the little master's plan is very risky, as long as it is planned properly, it is indeed worth a try. Ding! Yu Jingcheng thinks your arrogance is hopeless, and your luck value is plus 888. Ding! The negative emotions from Cao Ming. The little master is crazy, crazy, too crazy, the luck value is plus 999. Ding! The positive emotion from Zhang Wuya. Yunli, I respect you as a man, brings luck value plus 17. Hear the system prompts. Yunli almost rubbed his ears. Zhang Wuya only contributed 17 points of luck. All right. This proves that Zhang Wuya manages his emotions very well. He only thinks that what he says is the arrogance of a playboy, and has some of the bloodiness of a man from the Great Xia dynasty. It is estimated that only when the plan is implemented, when Zhang Wuya and Yuan Shui join forces to deal with Feng Tuo, and he catches Feng Ziyu by surprise, will Zhang Wuya's luck value be maxed out. Yu Jingcheng came back to his senses and felt that the young master's plan was too risky, so he hurriedly consoled him, Master Yun, you are a rich man, you can't put yourself in danger. Cao Ming also comforted him. Young Master Yun, assuming that Commander Yun's prediction is correct, the Black Cloud Army's strong front and the Red Moon Canyon are in danger. The princess of the Wind Clan cannot afford to delay her. She must carry out the kidnapping as soon as possible. We just need to make it loose on the outside and tight on the inside. General Zhang will personally protect it, and Chief Yuanda will control the outside. Once the Wind Clan princess kidnaps her, it's like catching a turtle in an urn. Let her catch them all in one fell swoop. Zhang Wuya frowned slightly. Cao Ming didn't know the battle situation in Red Moon Canyon. Want to break through the Red Moon Canyon? As few as several months. As long as half a year. Moreover, the main force guarding the Red Moon Canyon is the Thunder Clan. Feng Ziyu only thought of kidnapping her young master to force Commander Yun to withdraw his troops out of sheer desperation. Even if the Red Moon Canyon is breached, Thunder Clan is still very powerful. Wind Clan has plenty of time. What I really can't afford is that I am Yun Shuai. If Feng Ziyu really carried out a kidnapping, the kidnapper would be the future head of the Yun family, and he would be in the imperial capital, the heart of Daxia. I will definitely be cautious. Found something wrong. Will definitely give up. Trying to catch them all in one go is simply a fantasy. Yun Lai knew the plot of the original work. It was half a year later when Yun Yuan conquered the Red Moon Canyon. Feng Ziyu has always been a support player, and the elite of the Wind Clan did not compete with Daxia's main force, the Black Cloud Army. Besides, there were 7th grade warriors involved in the kidnapping. As long as Zhang Wuya had personal protection, how could he possibly hide it? If Feng Ziyu feels that kidnapping is difficult to achieve, give up kidnapping. I got in touch with Su Chen in advance. Then the original plot will have a domino toppling chain reaction, and it will become unrecognizable from then on. The opportunity for insight is completely lost. First, correct the subline of Feng Ziyu, which emerged in advance and then went awry, and at the same time firmly grasp the main line of Su Chen, so that the fate of all sentient beings in the original novel can be controlled by oneself. Soldiers are a major event for the country. The battlefield situation is changing rapidly. General Zhang is my brother's #1 general. How can you serve as a guard for a long time? Can't delay, can't delay. The children of the Yun family can only die standing up and not live on their knees. What's the point of being a little bait? I firmly believe that General Zhang and Chief Yuanda will protect me. Please stop making noises. Yu Jingcheng and Cao Ming were shocked. The young master's words were righteous and resounding. It's really, bold as iron and bones as fine steel. He was not afraid at all when faced with the kidnapping of Feng Tuo, a 7th grade warrior of the Wind Clan. Courage is so admirable. Zhang Wuya only felt that every word Yunlai said was in his heart. But the tasks assigned by Yun Shuai must ensure that Yunlai is flawless. If Yunlai was really allowed to act as a bait and be kidnapped on purpose, success is easy to say. Once it fails, then I have no choice but to die to apologize. And if the head of the family knows, let the family master's beloved youngest son take such a big risk. Even Yun Shuai had to be severely punished. After quickly weighing the pros and cons, it would be more appropriate to adopt Cao Ming's suggestion. Just scare Feng Ziyu away. Just want to comfort. Whoosh, a sound broke through the air. Immediately afterwards, there was a muffled sound of dong. The bedroom was like a welder welding, a dazzling white light popped out, and sparks flew everywhere in an instant. Yu Jingcheng and Cao Ming were stunned. The young master unexpectedly attacked Zhang Wuya, a 7th-level warrior who had awakened the spiritual roots of the third system. Zhang Wuya was stunned. To Yunlai, the future head of the Yun family was not wary at all. Except for undying loyalty until death. There is also the fact that Yunlai cannot awaken his spiritual roots and cannot practice martial arts forever. This is a well-known fact. But Yunlai suddenly raised his right hand, flicked his index finger at himself, and shot a fireball from his fingertip. A 3rd-grade warrior who has awakened his fire spirit root. No, judging from the power of the fire element contained in the fireball, it is already faintly about to break through the 3rd level and advance to the 4th level. Yunlai sneak attacked Zhang Wuya without any reservation, and used all his strength to fire. Although Zhang Wuya had no defense, the injury would definitely not hurt him, but it could at least scorch his coat, right? Unexpectedly, less than 1 meter away, in the blink of an eye, the pop-up fireball hit Zhang Wuya's protective aura. What made Yunlai secretly shocked was that Zhang Wuya's body protecting chi was able to absorb the fireball, but it actually bounced back. The moment it flew over, Zhang Wuya's subconscious reaction must have been very quick. Knowing that he must not hurt himself, he used his strength to crack the fireball. Only then will there be dazzling sparks. With his current level of cultivation and lack of practice skills, it is really not possible for a 7th-grade warrior to compete on his own. Young Master Yun, have you awakened the fire spiritual root? Are you about to be promoted to the 4th-level warrior? Zhang Wuya was very surprised. Yunlai nodded. Thanks to the rare pills that my brother has been sending me for half a year, I persisted in taking them, and finally repaired the birth defect. Recently, I have awakened my spiritual roots, fire spiritual roots and water spiritual roots. Hidden talents are also stimulated. In just a few days, not only have I introduced energy into my body and turned it into energy, I have also become very skilled at converting spiritual energy into pure elemental power. I originally wanted to give everyone a big surprise, so only the 4 personal guards knew about it. If Princess Feng Ziyu of the Wind Tribe really plans to kidnap me, the person who will do it will definitely be Feng Tuo, a 7th-grade warrior. There is still a big gap between me and the 7th-grade warrior. Of course, I cannot resist and let Feng Tuo take him away. And this young man is born with weak bones. In order to ensure that he can be taken to the Red Moon Canyon smoothly, he coerced my brother to withdraw his troops. I must treat him kindly. A 7th-grade warrior kidnapping an ordinary person has already lowered his status. He will never be on guard at all times. The person guarding this young master should be Feng Ziyu, the princess of the Wind Clan. When Lao Zhang and leader Yuanda intervene, Feng Ziyu will be paying close attention to the battle situation, and I will take the opportunity to control her. This will not only crush the Wind Clan's conspiracy, but also catch a big fish. I believe you all know that in order to prevent me from being kidnapped, my father took a drop of blood and carefully stored it. With the ghost-faced mother-in-law's unparalleled soul-chasing technique, she can find it even if she is taken to the ends of the world, so she can choose the most appropriate time to carry out the operation. It's not difficult to intercept. Yu Jingcheng and Cao Ming glanced at each other. The young master even told Zhang Wuya frankly about awakening his spiritual roots. It was obvious that he was determined to be used as bait. Once the men of the Yun family awaken their spiritual roots, every one of them will have an adventurous spirit. Zhang Wuya quickly went through Yunlai's plan in his mind. Feng Ziyu, the princess of the Wind Clan, is only a 5th-grade warrior. when he and Yuan Shui teamed up to deal with Feng Tuo. If Feng Tuo doesn't run away, even if you are not dead, you will be crippled. Feng Ziyu will definitely use Yun Lai as a threat. At this time, Yun Lai suddenly launched a counterattack, and he really had great hope of controlling Feng Ziyu. What's more important is that if Yun Lai hadn't attacked him just now, he wouldn't have been able to detect the fluctuations of spiritual energy in his body. How strange. You can't notice it yourself, and Feng Tuo is of course the same. Capture Feng Ziyu and kill Feng Tuo. The Wind Clan's losses are not small. In order to allow Feng Ziyu to return safely, the support for the Thunder Clan that sticks to the Red Moon Canyon will definitely be greatly reduced. From a strategic level, the pressure on Daxia's Haiyan army was reduced. The risk is well worth taking. Yun Lai is amazing. He has the courage and vision. Even if he awakens his spiritual roots, he has always endured it. If he hadn't learned that Feng Ziyu was very likely to kidnap him, he would have kept it a secret, even to himself. In terms of evil, this guy is far better than Yunyuan. Master Yun, I will discuss this matter with Yuan Shui. If he agrees, we will follow Master Yun's plan. Yunli knew that Yuan Shui would definitely agree. This murderous guy likes nothing more than taking risks. Old Zhang, you go find Yuan Shui now. Correct. Don't tell the head of the family about this yet. Zhang Wuya hesitated for a moment and nodded heavily. The head of the family loves Yun Lai too much. That is the beloved child in the heart of the family master. If only he knew that Yun Lai was acting as bait. Deliberately kidnapped by Feng Ziyu. Absolutely don't agree. After Zhang Wuya left, Yun Lai looked at Yu Jingcheng and Cao Ming, who still looked shocked. The two losers contributed more than 1,200 luck points. He was shocked by his own audacity. There is a system that helps by reading minds in disguise. Yunli knew the psychological activities of the two people clearly. Don't think about informing the head of the family secretly. The head of the family will not be happy. Instead, he will find an excuse to transfer you in the future. What the head of the family needs is your absolute loyalty to me. No notification. The most you can do is scold me afterwards. Understand? When Yu Jingcheng and Cao Ming thought about it carefully, cold sweat broke out on their backs. As the young master's personal bodyguard, that is, a direct descendant, if the head of the family is notified, Miss Yun'er may also be notified. The head of the family is determined to let the young master take over. In the eyes of the personal guard, both the head of the family and Miss Yun'er are outsiders. Not loyal to his little master. Keeping it will sooner or later be a disaster. He has been with the young master for too long and has known too many secrets. Transferring him is not another assignment, but eradication. Ding. Cao Ming is very scared. I admire your foresight very much. Your luck value is plus 666. Ding. Yu Jingcheng was shocked, but also very moved. Following a wise and caring little master like you, this life will be worth it, and the luck value will be plus 666. Yun Lai's expression remained unchanged. A fly in the ointment. The previous words still failed to arouse Zhang Wuya's emotional fluctuations. This warrior, deep down, I only admire the unparalleled powerhouses like Yun Yuan. Wait until the concert is over. The luck value earned can be exchanged for Demon Flame Burning Sky. Used when countering Feng Ziyu. I don't believe that Zhang Wuya and Yuan Shui are not shocked and pale. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning. Yi Ranshuang received a purple evening dress sent by Yun Lai. The original plan. Meditation begins at 6 in the morning and ends at 4 in the afternoon. Had dinner in advance. Then let Zhang Ting accompany her to the Imperial Capital Opera House. While on the road, I thought about how to face Yun Lai. Of course, you can't show that you have forgiven him. So what? A cold face for sure. But Yun Lai, the big bad guy, had someone send him an evening dress so early. Couldn't help but try it on. Fits perfectly. The style is the same as the one I wore for my 16th birthday. But pay more attention to details. The cut of the fabric is impeccable. Put it on. It feels like the humble Cinderella in the fairy tale has become a noble little princess. This makes it difficult to concentrate while meditating. I really want to try it on again. And there is. Do you want to wear the purple evening dress given by Yun Lai to the concert tonight? Yun Lai is not a fool. As long as I see myself wearing the purple evening dress he gave me. More or less, you will know that your resentment has dissipated. With Yun Lai's current arrogance, wouldn't he be so proud of him? Not wearing it. Definitely not wearing it. She made up her mind not to wear it, but Yi Renchuang couldn't help but glance at the purple evening dress put aside. The more I watch it, the more I like it. Since I won't wear it at night, I'll try it on again. So, Yi Renchuang stood up and happily changed into a purple evening dress. Yi Renchuang held up her skirt and walked around a few times in Yajai's meditation room. It's too troublesome to put on and take off. Just meditate in your evening dress. To Yi Renchuang's surprise, she quickly concentrated this time and quickly sensed the abundant aura between heaven and earth without any distractions. Then introduce the air into the body. Reiki circulates for a week. Slowly return to the Dantian Qi Si. This feeling was so mysterious that Yi Renchuang was deeply immersed in it without even realizing it. Boom, boom, boom. A rapid knock on the door woke Yi Renchuang out of his selfless state. Renchuang, what time is it? Are you still meditating? Yi Renchuang opened her eyes suddenly when she heard Zhang Ting knocking on the door and shouting. In order to ensure that she would not be disturbed, she did not bring her mobile phone with her. Look sideways out the window. Judging by the color of the sky, it was probably after 5 p.m. Come on, come on. Yi Renchuang stood up in a hurry, walked quickly to the door, and opened it. The moment the door opened, Yi Renchuang in the room and Zhang Ting outside the door were both stunned. Zhang Ting saw that Yi Renchuang was wearing a strapless purple evening dress, which was hot yet dignified. Especially her skin was so white that it seemed to give off a faint soft light. Bright and clear eyes. A very three-dimensional nose. Red lips. Renchuang, you are so beautiful. Zhang Ting marveled. Yi Renchuang was surprised that Zhang Ting was also wearing an evening dress. Suddenly I heard Zhang Ting's praise. I feel quite embarrassed. Wait for me for a while, I'll change my clothes and leave. Zhang Ting, who came with Yun Lai's latest instructions, grabbed Yi Renchuang's arm and said with a smile, My beauty Yi, just wear this purple evening dress. It will definitely be perfect when you go to the Imperial Opera House. Outstanding beauty. I won't wear this evening dress tonight. Yi Renchuang was anxious. Zhang Ting held Yi Renchuang tightly. Purple looks noble. The off-the-shoulder silhouette unleashes charming appeal. Tie the waist to outline a graceful figure. The hemline of the skirt is above the knee, which reflects the dignity of a lady. Believe me, no matter which one I wear, it won't look as good as this one. Wearing this evening dress even while meditating means that you are also very satisfied. Yi Renchuang was very embarrassed. She wanted to explain, but she just tried it on for the last time. Who knew that she would soon enter a state of selflessness while meditating, so she didn't change it. But Zhang Ting has not awakened her spiritual roots and cannot experience that mysterious feeling. It will only become darker and darker. Okay, let's go. Your parents have already passed by. Yunli is going to have a concert. Ouch, it's going to be too big. There's a buffet reception before the concert. It would be rude not to dress up for the party. After hearing what Zhang Ting said, Yunli even invited his parents. Then what if Yunli used the evening dress to make fun of himself? Just blame it on your parents. She found an excuse for herself to go down the steps. Yi Renchuang seemed to be relieved of a heavy burden and became relaxed all over. Even a little impatient, looking forward to Yunli's performance on stage. 7 p.m. The dressing room backstage in Hall 3 of the Imperial Opera House. Yunli finished putting on makeup. Take a look at yourself in the glasses. So handsome. In fact, after taking the marrow cleansing fruit, as the basic functions of the body are gradually enhanced, the whole person is really reborn, and the energy and spirit are renewed. Even without makeup, he looks handsome. After being so beautiful, Yunli couldn't help but think of the kidnapping planned by Feng Ziyu, the princess of the Wind Clan. When will she choose to take action? Of course it has to be after the concert. Because the richest man's father will also be attending tonight. The current Imperial Capital Opera House can be said to be one of the places with the highest level of defense in Daxia. Even if the 7th grade warrior Feng Tuo comes, it will definitely not last 3 minutes. Zhang Wuya and Yuan Shuiyi are not the only 7th grade warriors of the Yun family. If she were Feng Ziyu, she would probably choose to go after the concert, and the tight nerves of the guards would be greatly relieved. Have a late-night snack after the concert. It's quiet at night. Guard against laxity. Make sure there are no hidden masters. The 7th level warrior Feng Tuo will most likely launch an attack. What if there is no movement? Dong dong. A sudden knock on the door interrupted Yunli's thoughts. The dressing room door was pushed open. Yu Jingcheng poked his head in, coughed heavily, winked and said, "Young Master Yun, Miss Yi is here." Yunli's heart skipped a beat. Because of the fusion of memories, Yi Ranshuang can never be forgotten. Moreover, a rare beauty like Yi Ranshuang is so magnificent. If not for the soul traveling to this novel world. In reality, even looking at it from a distance is a luxury. The class gap is too big. Since you can capture Yi Ranshuang's heart, of course you have to savor it. Miss Yi, Miss Zhang, please come inside. Hearing Gojizi's respectful greeting, Yunli picked up the headset on the dressing table and put it in his pocket. Before the concert, the heroine's luck must be greatly improved. With a cold face, Yi Ranshuang entered the dressing room accompanied by Zhang Ting. The moment she saw Yunli, her heart was beating wildly. "Ranshuang, thank you for coming to my concert." Yunli stood up and smiled. Before Yi Ranshuang could speak, Zhang Ting covered her lower abdomen with her hands and said first, "Ouch, I feel a little uncomfortable. Let's go to the bathroom." Seeing Zhang Ting holding her arm, Yi Ranshuang took out her hand, turned around and left the dressing room. She didn't even forget to close the door. I immediately panicked. Yunli secretly rejoiced. Except Zhang Ting is his lackey. This is the right move. Zhang Ting blows the wind from time to time. Greatly speeds up the progress of conquering the heroine. Yi Ranshuang secretly took a deep breath and strode to Yunli. "Ranshuang, you came just in time. I think there is a big problem in one part," Yunli said first with an anxious look on his face. Yi Ranshuang was stunned for a moment, completely forgetting to be sarcastic. Now if she asked Yunli whether he was lip-syncing, he must not bring it up again. The concert was about to start in less than an hour. It would be a big problem if something went wrong at this time. "What's wrong? What's the big problem?" Yunli frowned and sighed, took out the headset from his pocket and said, "Listen to it first." Yi Ranshuang nodded quickly. Yunli put the headset on Yi Ranshuang domineeringly and gently, and for a moment his right finger accidentally touched the lobe of his left ear. It was obvious that Yi Ranshuang seemed to have been electrocuted. Yi Ranshuang bowed her head shyly. "A heart that is as pounding as a deer." Fortunately, Yunli was very well behaved and didn't do anything rude. Soon a deep and soothing song sounded in his earphones. It is still a love song full of affection. "You cried to me. Things in fairy tale are lies. I cannot be your prince. Maybe you won't understand. After you said you love me. The stars in my sky are all bright." She had never heard this song before. Yi Ranshuang listened very carefully. When she heard this, her heart was deeply touched again and she couldn't help but look up at Yunli. Seeing Yunli looking at him with burning eyes, it suddenly dawned on me. I was tricked by the big bad guy again. Yi Ranshuang's arrogant temper was aroused. She took off the headset in her left ear and said coldly, "I didn't hear anything wrong. Yunli, I'm warning you, don't play any tricks. I didn't even think about it. Come here, your parents forced you to come here." Yunli did not expose it and said seriously, "What are you talking about? The song I sang must be flawless. The problem lies with the backup dancer in the rehearsal. For the performance effect, I have to look at her from time to time, but I feel very awkward. The most lyrical some of the emotions in the performance were not quite right." Yi Ranshuang understood Yunli's intention. The big bad guy wants to get on stage himself. "Don't go. Absolutely not going. Why is that so embarrassing? You could just stop looking at the backup dancers." Yunli took a step forward. "No, then the emotion expressed in this song is not in place. Otherwise, Ranshuang, you can accompany me in this song. I don't need to dance with you. Just sit aside." Yi Ranshuang took a step back. At the thought, Yunli stared at himself affectionately while singing. There were his parents and so many close friends and relatives of the Yun family in the audience. His cheeks felt like they were on fire. In panic, I completely forgot that I was still in the Cold War with Yunli. He shook his head hastily. "Don't." Yunli took another step forward. Ranchuang, only by looking at you can the emotion expressed in this song be in place. You don't want me to sing imperfectly, right? Yi Ranchuang continued to retreat, but behind was the dressing table. She had no way to retreat. She raised her head and glanced at Yun Lai. He hurriedly lowered his head. Whispered timidly, "You didn't tell me in advance. I wasn't mentally prepared at all. How can anyone force someone like you?" Yunli can be said to have tasted Yi Ranchuang's cuteness. Beauty is close at hand. Smell the faint fragrance. Once again, I couldn't help myself. I was about to turn my head and kiss Yi Ranchuang's jade-like cheek. Dong dong. There was a sudden knock on the door. "Master Yun, Miss Yun and Mr. Fan are here," Yu Jingcheng announced loudly. Yi Ranchuang was startled and almost wanted to find a place to hide, but Yun Yan saw her coming backstage to have a private meeting with Yun Lai. That's so embarrassing. And Yun Lai was also beating a drum in his heart. "Fan Yuding, Mr. Fan, please don't make secret glances at Yi Ranchuang in front of her." Once noticed by the delicate Yi Ranchuang. Then there's something going on again. "Ranchuang, go to the VIP lounge backstage later. Xiao Shuwei from Tianyan Entertainment will tell you what to do." Yi Ranchuang heard what Yunli said. I understood immediately. The big bad guy had already planned it. Dig a huge pit and wait for yourself to jump. Out of female reserve, she instinctively wants to refuse. At this time, the dressing room door opens. Yun Yan, who was all dressed up, walked in with a cool beauty in a pink evening dress on her arm. "Sister Union," Yi Ranchuang greeted politely. For Union. Yi Ranchuang always has an inexplicable awe. When Yun Yan saw Yi Ranchuang coming, she was dressed up so beautifully. What was even more rare was that she couldn't hide the shyness between her brows. Very different from usual. "Ranchuang, it's beautiful tonight." "Thank you." Yi Ranchuang lowered her head in shame and left as soon as Yun Yan arrived to avoid being bullied by the bad guys. "Sister Union, I'm really sorry. My bestie is still waiting for me, so I'll excuse you now." Yun Yan smiled and nodded. "Ranchuang, don't forget what I said," Yunli reminded. Yi Ranchuang, who quickly walked out of the dressing room, replied angrily, "I know." Ding. Fan Yuding is very disappointed. Not only have you and Yi Ranchuang reconciled, but their relationship has also made great progress. She feels that there is no hope. The luck value is +678. Ding. Yi Ranchuang is very depressed. She was tricked by you again and you haven't apologized yet. So everything will be fine. What a beautiful idea. Luck value +777. Ding. Yun Yan is very happy that you finally no longer groveled to please Yi Ranchuang. Now you look like the future head of the Yun family, with a luck value of +999. When Yun Lai heard the system prompt, he remained calm and smiled in his heart. Earned more than 2,000 luck points in one sentence. My wife, sister and Mr. Fan are really awesome. As expected. Just talking big is useless. Only letting my sister Union see her transformation will cause violent mood swings. But you can't tell it from the surface at all. My sister Union is very similar to her richest father, who doesn't show happiness, anger, sorrow or joy on her face. Brother, work hard. Yun Yan raised his right hand and gently made a fist. Yun Lai nodded heavily. Master Yun, I wish your concert a complete success. Fan Yuding suppressed her resentment and offered her blessings with a smile. Yunli knew that he would be the kidnapping target of Feng Ziyu, the princess of the Wind Clan, so he couldn't wait to improve his luck. Nor does he take care of Fan Yuding's emotions. Sister Fan, thank you for your help. Tonight's concert will be a complete success. Yun Yan raised her eyebrows slightly. Yunli always calls Fan Yuding Mr. Fan. And Fan Yuding is the same age as herself. Both are 26. She has been single since birth. Single older women are very sensitive to their age. Called Sister Fan. It was after Fan Yuding saw Yi Ranchuang's shyness with her own eyes. It's obviously Chi Fan Yuding. Fan Yuding took advantage of the fact that she could hold back her resentment and forced out a smile. The concert will start soon, so Yun Yan and I won't interrupt. Yunli nodded, watching my sister Yun Yan take Fan Yuding out of the dressing room. Ding. Fan Yuding was so angry when you said, Sister Fan. The female junior is holding gold bricks. You can only hold 2 gold bricks, and your luck value is +777. Hearing the system prompts, Yun Lai was filled with emotion. Fan Yuding was also a gas mine with stable output. It is estimated that it will take a long time to come. They will all contribute luck value to themselves. Yun Yan took Fan Yuding on her arm and went to the VIP private room in hall number 3 to greet her father Yun Sheng and tell her about what Yun Lai was preparing backstage. Went to several other VIP rooms. Dai Yunli thanked his relatives who came to support him. Until Yun Lai appeared. Then we returned to the VIP room on the left. Before the start of the buffet reception, the invited guests have already received the tracks that Yun Lai will perform at tonight's concert. The first song is Kai Ling. Rehearsal last night. After Fan Yuding heard this song, she strongly suggested that Yunli use Kai Ling as the opening song. There is no other reason. Daxia has undergone tremendous changes since the past century. He faced the danger of ruining his country and his family many times. Coupled with the revival of spiritual energy, from a wealthy family to a trafficker and a pawn, he not only has a martial spirit in his heart, but also has a strong sense of concern for the country. In troubled times, Duckweed endures to watch the beacon fire burning mountains and rivers. I don't dare to worry about my country despite my humble position. Even if no one knows me. The lyrics of Kai Ling are very good. In addition to being able to resonate with the guests, it also created a new image for Yun Lai. As everyone knows, the young master of the Yun family was born prematurely. His body was weak and his bones were weak. He would never be able to awaken his spiritual roots for the rest of his life. But Yun Sheng still decided against all opinions and decided that Yun Lai would be the future head of the Yun family. This approach actually caused many people to criticize. Precisely because Yun Lai was unable to awaken his spiritual roots, he seemed to be the future head of the Yun family that everyone looked up to. But in Daxia, where warriors were respected, he actually had a low status. Yunli's inferiority complex also stems from this. But Yunli did not give up on himself, but kept improving himself, sharpening his sword for 10 years to sing his ambition. Weakness is not scary. The terrible thing is not to dare to fight against the bad fate. And the men of the Yun family are famous for saying they would rather die standing than live on their knees. As long as the spirit is there, he will definitely win the support of the children of the Yun family. Coupled with the passionate envy of Daxia's fight against the ferocious beasts and aliens for hundreds of years, Kai Ling will definitely win the house. So much effort. It's not because one of Yun Lai's songs touched my heart. But Yunli didn't think about his sister's kindness at all. Why, I also blame myself for being sentimental. Who doesn't know that Yun Lai has a deep love for Yi Ranchuang? Just as Fan Yuding expected, the concert begins. Yun Lai's first song, Kai Ling, won endless applause. Even Yun Yan, who rarely showed his true emotions, was so excited that he stood up and clapped. Because Yun Lai is weak. And according to the convention of concerts, it is impossible for Yunli to perform one song after another, and all the top singers and girl groups from Tianyan Entertainment will be the Green Leaves. Next is the hot dance of the SUU girl group. Yun Yan has no interest in this. He glanced at Fan Yuding beside him. Yun Lai's song, Kai Ling, just now made applause resound throughout the hall. But Fan Yuding just clapped her hands lightly. It's not that Yunli's singing is not good. Fan Yuding was just devastated by her unrequited love that ended in vain. It's very deep, isn't it? Fan Yuding wanted to say a few words of defense, but as soon as she opened her mouth, her heart suddenly ached and she hurriedly turned her head to the other side. Who can say clearly about love? If not, don't come. It was like a tornado at first. Let yourself be completely caught in the storm and completely lose control. Yun Yan looked towards the stage. Actually, I dislike Yi Ranchuang very much. Including my father. Adi dotes on her too much. As the future head of the Yun family, it is not a good thing to be too affectionate towards a woman. What's more important is that Yi Ranchuang never has much feelings for Adi. If Yi Ranchuang doesn't come tonight, no matter how much my brother likes it, I will take action to rectify the Yi family. Fan Yuding suddenly turned her head to look at Yun Yan. Yun Yan continued, in my heart, you are the best choice for my sibling. Because, you are the kind of stupid woman who will give up once you are truly moved. Fan Yuding couldn't hold back her face anymore, and said coquettishly, Union, that's too much. I'm not a lover. Yun Yan shrugged. I secretly found someone to show you your face. He is a standard, prosperous husband, and is very fertile. It will definitely be no problem to add a few boys to the Yun family. It's a pity that you have always looked down on my brother. So, I don't force others to do anything. Fan Yuding is Yunyan's best friend. He knows Yunyan's character well. There's no point in lying to her face. It's God's will. I like Yun Lai, but Yun Lai doesn't like me anymore. Yun Yan let out a long sigh. My brother is weak and weak. Whether Yi Ranchuang can give birth to a boy for the Yun family is unknown. Yun Yuan is obsessed with martial arts and has never been close to women in this life. Our Yun family relies on my brother to continue his heirs. Don't give up easily just because of a small setback. I support you. Fan Yuding's cheeks turned red. Although Yunyan's purpose was to continue the heirs of the Yun family, with Yunyan's support, Yi Ranchuang had to obey even if she was dissatisfied and unwilling. It is related to the incense of Daxia's top family. Who can conceive Yun Lai's flesh and blood, especially give birth to a boy? The mother is definitely worth the price of the child. Yun Yan turned her head and looked at Fan Yuding. Wait a minute, brother-in-law will sing, Angel Wings. You can go on stage to present flowers and a kiss. Help me beat up Yi Ranchuang. It's up to you to fight for it yourself. Fan Yuding's earlobes were even red. Yun Yan, Yun Yan. It's really the face of an angel and the heart of a devil. No wonder the wealthy families in Daxia are extremely afraid of Yun Yan. The thought of presenting flowers on stage and kissing Yun Lai in front of Yi Ranchuang was inexplicably exciting. But is this good? Is it right? Take advantage of the SUU girl group's hot dance. Yunli called up the system panel and checked the detailed luck value records. Because time is tight, skip the detailed personal emotions and only look at the subsequent increase in luck value. The luck value contributed by strangers is still 10. Most of them were staff of the Imperial Opera House and artists from Tianyan Entertainment, as well as the escorts of guests invited to the concert. The Yun family members only get together during holidays, and none of them contribute more than 300 luck points. But when she sang on stage, the relatives in the clan were really shocked and they all stood up and applauded. More contact. For example, Chen Reixiang, Kai Tong, and Zhao Qinglong all contributed more than 500 luck values, but none of them exceeded 700. Those with an RMB 700 and above are all relatively important characters in the original plot, such as Yi Ranchuang, Fan Yuding, Yun Shang, Yun Yan, and the four bad guys. This made Yunli understand deeply. No need to go through all the trouble of turning strangers into adults. Just grab the big and small characters in the original work and pluck them out. They are the main contributors to luck value. However, this concert is definitely worth it. Wait until the concert is over. There is absolutely no problem if the luck value you get is 100,000 plus. The useless hat can also be taken off. In one fell swoop, he became a rising superstar in the great Sha music scene. I also have a positive image of being sunny, progressive, optimistic and positive. Even if he did something shameful and dirty for the Yun family, it was accidentally exposed. The public's first reaction: impossible, absolutely impossible. Young Master Yunli is not that kind of person. Master Yun, get ready. The prompt from the live program director Zhang Yifan came through the headset. Yunli said, picked up the mineral water bottle on the table, took a sip to moisten his throat, stood up and strode out of the lounge. Backstage VIP room. Zhang Ting glanced at Yi Ranchuang. Beauty Yi's cheeks were flushed, her eyes showed shock, and full of admiration. Right, it definitely is. Just now, after Yun Lai finished singing Red Ling, he opened his arms, covered his lower abdomen with his right hand, and put his left hand behind his back, performing a noble bow in a very chic manner. Beauty Yi on the side applauded so loudly that she could kill a cow. Stable. It's really safe for Dame Yi to marry into the Yun family. With Yun Lai's majesty, his own benefits will definitely be indispensable. Yi Ranchuang never expected that Yun Lai's song, Red Ling, through the humble actor, would convey the righteousness of not forgetting about the country and resolutely dying for the country in the face of the country's crisis. Tonight's concert was truly a transformation of Yunli's life. No, he has long since transformed into a butterfly and has set his sights on lofty goals. And myself, I have always thought that Yun Lai is unmotivated and gives up on himself. He only knows how to eat, drink and have fun with his friends every day. Thinking of the indifference towards Yunlai over the years, my heart was full of guilt and self-blame. Ranchuang, Yunli asked you to come on stage as his dance partner, are you ready? Zhang Ting became a complete pushover under the temptation of money. Yi Ranchuang was still a little hesitant at first, but now, of course, the husband and wife will follow suit. Zhang Ting asked, I don't want to say anything against my will. Tell the truth. Zhang Ting will make fun of her again. Looking at the large screen on the wall, Yunlai has already appeared on the stage, and the subtitles read the song, Youth. Stay in the VIP room backstage and watch the live broadcast. What's better than listening to music live? Zhang Ting, let's go behind the scenes on stage. Aren't you going to dance with me? Zhang Ting was anxious. All Yi Ranchuang could think about was listening to Yunlai singing up close, so she grabbed Zhang Ting and blurted out, the dance is only for the penultimate song, it's still early. Zhang Ting said, oh, meaningfully, and only inadvertently, the arrogant Yi Dame would reveal her true feelings. Yi Ranchuang took Zhang Ting and hid behind the scenes on the other side of the stage, listening to Yunlai singing, Youth, and the rest of the life. Listen to every song. His love for Yunlai increased even more. Yunli not only sings well, but his body language on stage is also very expressive, calm and confident but a little arrogant. My fiancé has become so great. My fiancé can't hold me back. After listening to Angel Wings, I have to discuss with Xiao Shuwei how to cooperate with Yunlai. After another top-notch girl group dance arranged by Tianyan Entertainment, Yunli appears again. Zhang Ting especially liked the song, Angel Wings, and wanted to talk to Yi Ranchuang, but she glanced at Yi Ranchuang, but when the prelude started playing, Xiaonizi had already closed her eyes, with a smile on her lips, looking very intoxicated. Appearance. Oh, I wonder who was crying and accusing Yunlai some time ago. Why, the quarrel between husband and wife, no matter how fierce the quarrel is, cannot be taken seriously. I was preparing to follow Yi Ranchuang's example and listen to music with my eyes closed. Suddenly, Zhang Ting saw a beautiful woman wearing a pink evening dress walking toward the stage in the left aisle of the hall. She held a bouquet of fiery red roses. What does this mean? Even arrange flowers. Let Yi Ranchuang be the first, right? And, judging from the way this beauty is dressed and her aloof temperament, she definitely has status and status. Through my happy past, the past has not been dealt with well. It is a little higher, and a lower one is more perfect. Yi Ranchuang murmured softly. An idea flashed in Zhang Ting's mind. It was probably Yunlai who also saw the beautiful woman who was about to give flowers. Very surprised. That's why Yi Ranchuang heard the flaw. Even Mr. Yun came to Yunli's concert. The beautiful lady must know that Yunlai and Yi Ranchuang have been engaged since childhood. Do you still dare to go on stage and lay flowers? Something is very wrong. Ranchuang, look. Zhang Ting gave Yi Ranchuang an elbow. Yi Ranchuang suddenly opened her eyes and looked at Yunlai. Zhang Ting became anxious, turning her head and whispering, I'm not telling you to look at Yunlai, but look at the beautiful lady holding a rose in her hand under the stage. Yi Ranchuang followed what Zhang Ting said. Recognizable at a glance. It was this beautiful lady who had accompanied Yun Yan into the dressing room to visit Yunlai. Usually, he rarely interacts with Yun Yan. I don't know this beauty. But seeing Yun Yan holding her arm so intimately meant that they were probably best friends. Let your best friend give flowers to your brother, rather than letting the staff of Tianyan Entertainment do it for them. It's a bit weird indeed. Suddenly, Yi Ranchuang, who had introduced Qi into his body and whose vision was greatly enhanced, saw the beautiful woman lowering her head slightly and pursed her lips. She seemed a little shy. When Angel Wings, sung by Yunlai, is coming to an end. The beautiful lady took a deep breath, then without hesitation came on stage holding a fiery red rose, twisting her slender waist and swimming towards Yunlai like a beautiful snake. Yunlai finished singing. The beautiful woman had already come to Yunlai and presented her with fiery red roses. Next, a scene appeared that shocked Yi Ranchuang. The beautiful woman gently hugged Yunlai and kissed Yunlai's cheek. Yunlai was obviously stunned. Not even a polite, thank you. There were some ill-intentioned boos amidst the warm applause from the audience. Zhang Ting glanced at Yi Ranchuang. Beauty Yi's face instantly turned cold. He couldn't help but curl his lips. Ouch. Are you jealous? Your Yunli has been hanging out with the foremost evil young men in the imperial capital in the past few years. I don't know how many warblers and swallows came to pester me. There must be many that are even more outrageous than this. Fortunately, I didn't see it with my own eyes. Otherwise, your lungs would be blown away. In fact, it is perfectly normal for a young master from a powerful family in Great Sha to be cared about by a woman. Of course, Yi Ranshuang knew that Yun Lai's status would inevitably attract many women who did not love themselves and wanted to marry into the Yun family and become wealthy ladies. In the past few years, Yun Lai often hung out with the foremost evil young men in the imperial capital. Even if you are not seduced by those bad women, there must be a lot of cuddling and cuddling. A death occurred at a birthday party. I made up my mind to break off the engagement. It was also the culmination of years of grievances. She absolutely can't stand her future husband hanging out with her all day long. Now Yunli has transformed. It is very obvious that I feel completely separated from the playboy who was not enterprising and gave up on himself. Oh, by the way, I also heard from Zhongting that Lin Dongxiang, who caused a popular girl to fall to her death at a birthday party, surrendered. It seems that he is still under the pressure of Yun Lai. I had to admit my guilt honestly. This explains it again. Yun Lai spent 10 years sharpening his sword. After the sword was forged, he took off the disguise and said goodbye to those unbearable past events. The prodigal son can't exchange gold for his return. Let the past dirty things be forgotten. The key is that I've never seen it before. It won't leave any psychological shadow. But when I saw the transformed Yun Lai being hugged and kissed by a beautiful woman, I felt so good. My heart felt sour, and my nose also felt sour. HMPH. Yi Ranshuang pursed her lips, snorted heavily, turned around and hurried backstage. Zhongting hurriedly caught up. If I had known that the beautiful woman's flowers would not count, and she hugged Yunli and gave her a pop, not only would she not have reminded Yi Ranshuang, but she would have taken out her handkerchief and blindfolded her. It must be well consoled. But don't make trouble again. Yun Lai, who returned to the background from the other side, heard the system prompt. Ding. Yi Ranshuang is very angry. She kissed you, why didn't you hide? Luck value plus 999. Ding. Fan Yuding thinks a kiss is enough, but a kiss is too much. I really hope I can kiss you one day. My luck will be plus 999. Ding. Yun Yan is a little proud. Use Fan Yuding to stimulate Yi Ranshuang. There will be pressure when there is competition, and you can enjoy the success and your luck value will be plus 366. Ding. Yun Shang is very relieved. Fan Yuding from Tianyan Entertainment has finally figured it out. With Fan Yuding's character and knowledge, you should be tempted to let her be the younger one. This will also give the Yun family more opportunities to continue the heirs, and the luck value plus 542. As soon as Yun Lai returned to the lounge, he immediately checked the previous luck value reminder records about his sisters Yun Yan and Fan Yuding. Only then did I know. My sister Union encouraged Fan Yuding to go on stage to present flowers and kisses. But Fan Yuding chose to compromise. Express your love with a kiss. It can be regarded as an explanation to Yun Yan. As for why she didn't avoid it before, Fan Yuding is the president of Tianyan Entertainment and is definitely a senior official of Shangzhou Financial Investment Group. Avoiding it would be like slapping Fan Yuding in public. Another reason. On professional abilities. Fan Yuding is a rare talent. Moreover, Fan Yuding is already a 5th-level warrior who has awakened the Wood Spirit Root and Earth Spirit Root. The future potential is huge. Eventually he was promoted to the 6th-level warrior. Among the original female characters, her strength value is second only to Yi Ranshuang. Fan Yuding has been pulled from the protagonist camp. I don't want to push Fan Yuding back again. Finally, it was due to the fusion of memories. After 3 years of crawling among thousands of flowers, my subconscious felt that being kissed was harmless and there was no need to make a fuss. Unexpectedly, Yi Ranshuang would be very angry. The heroine really has a very high moral index. I wonder if Yi Ranshuang will appear on stage later. Ding. Yi Ranshuang has judged that Yun Yan must be causing trouble in the dark and instigating the beautiful woman to kiss you. You must fight back. You must not be bullied by the sister-in-law. Who can't do it with a kiss and a hug? Luck value plus 999. Yunli was a little confused when he heard the system prompt again. In the original plot, when Yi Ranchuang found out that Su Chen had another woman, she just turned around and left. She reluctantly forgave her until the finale, but she would never have anything to do with Su Chen's harem. Yun Lai originally thought that Yi Ranchuang, who could not tolerate sand in his eyes, would be so angry that he would leave the Imperial Capital Opera House directly. Never imagined. Actually fought back. Suddenly, she thought that under the bewitchment of the loser Zhang Ting, Yi Ranchuang was going to compete to win over herself, and then train her into the ideal appearance in her mind. From that moment on, it felt like the heroine had a tendency to become darker. It can be concluded now. The heroine has really gone dark. The White Lotus was stained black by its own mud. Sure enough, the one who is close to the ink is black, makes sense. In fact, Yi Ranchuang fell into the trap of her elder sister Union. Now, not only did Yi Ranchuang not leave in tears, but she was also prepared to fight back against her sister Yun Yan's secret tricks. Then just sit back and enjoy the success. I am also looking forward to Yi Ranchuang's kisses and hugs. VIP room. After presenting flowers and taking the opportunity to kiss Yun Lai, Fan Yuding felt extremely comfortable. The moment he hugged Yun Lai could clearly feel his whole body stiffened. And oh, when Yun Li saw himself on the stage preparing to lay flowers, he deliberately turned around and faced the other side, showing a typical guilty conscience and evasion. And last night, I flirted with Yun Li during rehearsal. Yun Lai's peeping eyes are not so pure. This proves that he is still very attractive to Yun Lai. Only with attraction can there be love that goes both ways. Yun Yan glanced at Fan Yuding. Ouch. Go on stage and lay a flower, hug and kiss each other, just taste a little taste of love, and your almost withered heart is instantly resurrected with blood. What an out-and-out love brain. Fan Yuding, who was obsessed with Yun Lai, went on stage to lay flowers, and even dared to kiss her in front of the head of the Yun family and her parents. Yi Ranchuang, who was attentive and thoughtful, could definitely guess that her eldest sister-in-law was secretly instigating this. Yi Ranchuang was respectful to her sister-in-law on the surface, but in fact she was very unconvinced. It's okay not to be convinced. If you guessed correctly. Later it will be Yi Ranchuang's turn to declare her sovereignty on the stage and fight back hard against her best friend. Fan Yuding's good mood only lasted for nearly an hour. It ended abruptly when Yun Lai sang, Fairy Tale. Originally, for the sake of the effect of the show, Hu Feier, the head of Tianyan Entertainment, was arranged to dance with Yun Lai. But it was Yi Ranchuang who took the elevator up to the stage. Yi Ranchuang, who was wearing a purple evening dress, just sat sideways quietly. Soft beams of light enveloped it. It's like an angel falling into the world. Yun Yan glanced at Fan Yuding. It's just Yun Lai and Yi Ranchuang sharing the stage. The smile disappeared from his face. It would be a good idea to use Yi Ranchuang to give Fan Yuding a beating. Whether it is Yi Ranchuang or Fan Yuding, they must understand from now on that the future head of the Yun family must never be like his father Yun Sheng, who only loves and dotes on one woman. That is a great weakness. It is easy to be exploited by hostile forces. Since my mother was stabbed to death, my father's martial arts cultivation is firmly fixed as a 6th grade warrior. No progress has been made in 20 years. This is undoubtedly a major blow to the Yun family from his father. No matter how deeply Adi Yunli loves Yi Ranchuang, if he only loves her in his heart, he must be a playboy on the surface. Tragedies like the stabbing death of my mother cannot happen again. I forgot how long it has been since I heard from you again. Tell me your favorite story. I thought about it for a long time, and I started to panic. Did I do something wrong again? Following Yun Lai's soulful singing, Yi Ranchuang stood up slowly, bowed her head slightly, and walked slowly towards Yun Lai with extreme shyness and deep love. Fan Yuding picked up the goblet and took a sip of red wine, just in time to see Yun Lai turn to look at Yi Ranchuang and sing affectionately, Since you said you love me, the stars in my sky have all lit up. As a 5th-level warrior who has awakened the spiritual roots of dual systems, Fan Yuding can still see Yi Ranchuang's big eyes that seem to be talking, even though she is dozens of meters away, conveying, I, affectionately as her eyes move. Love you. A week ago there was talk of breaking off the engagement. Are you in love now? Obviously, Miss Yi is fighting back. While being angry with herself, she declared to everyone that she was the unquestionable fiancé who had been engaged to Yun Lai since childhood. I should have known that the little girl movie was not that innocent. You shouldn't worry about this or that. When you give Yunlai flowers, you should kiss her. But there will be many opportunities in the future. I am a 5th grade warrior who has awakened the spiritual roots of dual systems. I can't use it too easily against Yunlai who has no power to bind a chicken. Silently observing Fan Yuding's Yunyan, she couldn't help but feel relieved when she saw a mischievous smile flashing across her best friend's lips. The woman who will be the future head of the Yun family. No scheming at all. That's not okay. Yunlai finished singing Fairy Tale, holding the shy Yi Renshuang. The two men gave a half bow to the audience. This scene, Yun Shang was very pleased. The child Yi Renshuang finally fell in love with Yunlai. It was Yunlai's talent and motivation that made Yi Renshuang fall in love. When Yi Renshuang completes her studies next year, she will marry into the Yun family and continue to have children for the Yun family. Yi Tianan and Dong Wei were finally relieved. When I heard that my precious daughter wanted to break off the engagement, Yunlai took his personal bodyguards to Beeching Academy to directly rob people. I just think it's a good grab. The young master of the Yun family is the future head of the Yun family. Break off an engagement, that's a child's whim. With the foundation of the Yi family, it is still superficial to want to become a real powerful family. All these years, it was also because of the marriage contract with the Yun family that he got the support of the Yun family. Once the engagement is broken off, it will be tantamount to completely offending the Yun family, and there will be no good consequences for the Yi family in the future. Parents also know that it will be a torment for their precious daughter to marry someone she does not love. But sacrifice must be made for the benefit of the family. It's good now. Yunlai is no longer a playboy, he is talented and motivated, and his precious daughter is also fascinated by Yunlai. The Yi family climbed up the towering tree of the Yun family. The baby girl will be happy too. Everyone is happy. Dang Yunli performed the finale of the concert, The Lonely Warrior. Hundreds of guests attended the concert. Then I was shocked. Still underestimated Yunlai's talent. With this song, the poster's slogan, Album of Legendary Songs, really lives up to its name. It's also this song. Let many people completely reverse their negative views on Yunlai. For example, Fang Ju, the director of the Suzaku Martial Arts Hall. Another example is the shadow leader Yuan Shui. Even the tough guy Zhang Wuya, who never knew what tears were, secretly wiped away his tears. There has been no war in Daxia for more than 20 years. Nearly 1 million square kilometers of the Yanwang continent was included in the territory of Daxia. There are abundant resources of all kinds. People live and work in peace and contentment, and their quality of life has been greatly improved. All of this was done by the Haiyan army of Great Shah, risking their lives and fighting the ferocious beasts and aliens with one sword after another. But there are such a group of people. He believes that the Black Cloud Army is the executioner whose hands are stained with the blood of innocent aliens. It's like, pick up the bowl to eat meat, put down the bowl and curse your mother. I believe in Yunlai's song, The Lonely Brave Man. It will definitely touch the officers and soldiers of the Black Cloud Army deeply. Yunli's concert at the Imperial Capital Opera House came to a perfect conclusion. Yun Shang, who loves his son as much as his life, and Yun Yan, the super, Voldemort, of course went on stage to congratulate him, but their thousands of words just turned into warm hugs one after another. At this time, Yunli didn't know yet. Tianyan Entertainment broadcast the entire event live through its video website. The 10 songs shocked millions of netizens who watched the live broadcast. When the concert ends, less than 10 minutes, from 2nd to 11th on the hot search list, they are all songs performed by Yunli in his concert. Ranking first is Song God Mr. Yun. The wind is much cooler tonight than last night. It was nearly 11 o'clock. There were very few pedestrians on the streets near the imperial capital. Yi Renshuang didn't even remember how many times Yunlai had sent her home. But every time I send it to myself, it is always delivered to my door by a special car. Actually, I am not that delicate. Sometimes I want to walk on the street with Yunli and talk about life and ideals. Yunli said, tonight's concert is an important transformation for him. It's really a big change. They all started to understand themselves. I got off the car and walked a block from home. Glancing at Yunlai beside him, he remained silent. He was probably thinking about how to find the steps to get off, right? There is no need for Yunlai to apologize seriously. For example, as long as Yunlai coughed heavily and said, "Ranchuang," that day. Then he hummed heavily, then moved forward quickly. With Yunli's current arrogance, he definitely wouldn't say anything. One after the other. When they arrived at the door of the house and said goodbye, Yunli said to himself, "Ranchuang, good night. Just forgive him." At this moment, Yunlai was counting the luck points he had earned, and he knew Yi Ranchuang's little thoughts. As for apologizing, he didn't even think about apologizing. It took 3 full days to record the album. There was a rehearsal last night. Today is almost a whole day, and time and energy are spent on the concert. Pay so much. The harvest is also full. The current real-time luck value is 131,552. The accumulated luck value is 226,646. The luck value earned exceeds 150,000. Armor has been unlocked. To unlock the weapon, you need to earn a cumulative luck value of 300,000. Yunlai had already made up his mind to exchange 50,000 luck points for Demon Flame Burning Sky, without looking at the newly unlocked armor. When it shows that the redemption is successful, a thin piece of dark red paper appeared in my mind. But this piece of paper contains a lot of information. It took 10 seconds to read everything. Demon Flame Burns the Sky is divided into 9 levels. Penance, non-existent. You need to rely on luck value. The luck value of 50,000 reaches the first level of perfection. The exchange consumes 50,000 luck points. Just to reach the first level of perfection requires another 50,000. Seeing how easy it was to get luck points, Yunli stopped scolding the system as a scam. It is indeed a great villain system. The first level of perfection in Devil Flame Burning Sky is very similar to the evil skill, Star Absorbing Technique, in martial arts novels. As long as the palms of your hands are in physical contact with others. A thought came to my mind. Absorb the spiritual energy contained in other people's bodies at will. The speed of absorption depends on the tree of spiritual roots. The stronger the spiritual root tree is, the faster it absorbs other people's spiritual energy. Yunlai immediately thought of Feng Ziyu, the princess of the Wind Clan. Waiting to counter Feng Ziyu. Suck her dry. However, practicing such evil skills must be hidden deeper. Once the outside world knows it, it can easily become a public enemy. Another 50,000 luck points were consumed. Upgrade, Demon Flame Burning Sky, to the first level of perfection. No, immediately and automatically. Upgrading to the second level of perfection requires a luck value of 100,000. But the second level of perfection absorbs the spiritual roots of others. By absorbing other people's spiritual energy, others can gain back their lost cultivation through practice. But if the spiritual roots are absorbed, they become martial arts waste. This, Demon Flame Burns the Sky, is really evil. Prejudging the first and second levels is the foundation. What follows are various attacks. The remaining luck value now is more than 30,000. Without waiting for Yunlai to think about the next 100,000 accumulated luck points, he should continue to upgrade Demon Flame Burning Sky, or water the tree of spiritual roots. Yi Ranchuang bumped into her shoulder. Yi Ranchuang really couldn't stand Yunlai's silence, so she had to remind her, should she say something. Yunlai glanced at Yi Ranchuang, hurriedly took off his coat and put it on her. Yi Ranchuang has successfully introduced qi into her body, and her physical condition has been greatly enhanced. Although she is wearing a strapless evening dress, she does not feel cold at all. Yunli took off his coat and put it on himself. It was then that I was shocked to discover that I had changed. His hands were intertwined and he was tugging on his collar, feeling the residual heat of Yunlai's body, and his heart seemed to be warm. Yunli, in fact, I don't want to come tonight at all. My parents are forcing me to come. I really can't help it. Also, I go on stage to dance with you entirely for the sake of my uncle and sister union. If anything goes wrong during the performance, they will definitely be very disappointed. I don't know which of the losers behind him laughed out loud. It seems to be mocking. Miss Yi, please stop being so arrogant, okay? The serious Yunlai was also amused by the arrogant Yi Ranchuang. Yi Ranchuang lost her temper, stopped and turned to yell at the 4 personal guards who were following her, "What are you laughing at? What's so funny? Then, Yi Ranchuang took a quick step and turned to face Yunlai. Yunli, don't you think you went too far that day? Illuminated by the goose-yellow streetlights. When Yunlai saw that Yi Ranchuang was not filled with hatred, he was just innocent and coquettish as a 19-year-old girl. Apologize. Not required. Just hold Yi Ranchuang in your arms. Just when Yunlai was about to come and take away all grudges. At this time, hear the howling wind. A few hundred meters ahead, a 2-story black tornado struck. Feng Tuo, the 7th grade warrior of the Wind Clan. It came at this time. Yunli's first reaction was, that is to be kidnapped by Feng Tuo. Be sure not to affect Yi Ranchuang. Tornado, quick, get in the car. It's very windy. The delicate Yi Ranchuang was blown down by the strong wind and fell into Yunlai's arms. Yunlai held Yi Ranchuang in his arms and ran towards the slowly moving special car. Yu Jingcheng and other 4 personal guards. Everyone already knew that the young master was going to be kidnapped by Feng Tuo on purpose. Now it's time to play the show well. Zhang Rong reached the rear door in a flash and opened the door. Yu Jingcheng, Cao Ming, and Ding Weijiang stood in front of Yunlai. Facing the attack of the 7th-level warrior Feng Tuo, they did not dare to be careless. They released their energy and combined their strength to form an invisible air wall to resist the tornado. Yunli put Yi Ranchuang into the car. Yi Ranchuang felt the strong wind inside the car, and instinctively grabbed Yunlai's hand, trying to pull him into the car. After a loud sound of bang, it was as if there was a terrifying monster in the incoming tornado. In an instant, he dragged away Yunlai, who had no time to get into the car. Ah! Yi Ranchuang was hit hard by the strong wind outside the car and hit the door on the other side, causing severe pain in her left shoulder. But when Yi Ranchuang saw that her right hand was empty and there was no figure of Yunli outside the car, she struggled to get up and got out of the car hurriedly, regardless of the injury on her left shoulder. I saw Yu Jingcheng and other 4 personal guards, all of whom were blown to the ground by the strange tornado, and their faces were all pale. The worst person was Ding Weijiang, with blood still oozing from the corners of his mouth. But Yunli is nowhere to be found. Yi Ranchuang understood immediately. It was not a sudden abnormal weather encounter. A very powerful martial arts master kidnapped Yunlai. Yunli, come back quickly. I don't want you to apologize. I have forgiven you a long time ago. Yu Jingcheng, who was the first to calm down, stood up and saw Yi Ranchuang leaning on the car and slowly sliding down to the ground, crying so hard that he was so ashamed that he was so different from a 7th-level warrior, and he couldn't bear it. But without the little master's permission. Tell the truth rashly. When the young master comes back, he will definitely be beaten into a pig's head. It's okay to let Miss Yi worry. A little separation is better than a newlywed. Yi Ranchuang quickly stopped crying. There was no point in crying. With the power of the Yun family, Yunlai would definitely be rescued. Please inform the head of the family quickly. Do not bother me. After saying that, Yi Ranchuang stood up, wrapped herself in Yunlai's coat, and ran towards home. But when she thought about how the frail Yunlai would be tortured by the robbers, her heart ached so much, and her tears seemed to be disconnected. The pearls kept slipping. At this moment, Yunlai, who was involved in the tornado, put no resistance at all in order to prevent Feng Tuo from noticing his abnormality. The whole person kept spinning around in the dark tornado. Even after taking the marrow cleansing fruit and awakening the 5 elements spiritual roots, I still feel dizzy. Before coma, hear the system prompts. Ding. Yi Ranchuang swears to God that he will become extremely powerful and protect you from now on. No one can hurt you. Luck value plus 999. My wife is really awesome. Give away 999 again. At midnight. The inner hall of Yunyuan in the western suburbs of the imperial capital. Yun Sheng is sitting on the Zion couch, which represents the position of the head of the family. Yu Jingcheng, Zhang Rong, Ding Weijiang, and Cao Ming knelt in a row in front of Zion's couch. Zhang Wuya and the shadow leader Yuan Shui stood side by side behind him. Da da da. Yun Sheng gently moved the rosary beads with his right hand, making a slight sound, which made Yu Jingcheng and others jump in fear, and big beads of sweat overflowed from their foreheads. Based on my understanding of the head of the family, the calmer the head of the family is, the greater the anger in his heart. I'm really afraid that the owner of the house can't control it. It would be too unfair to be slapped to death by the head of the family. At this critical moment, I can only pretend to be stupid. The person who kidnapped the young master was a 7th grade warrior. That's not something that just 4 5th grade warriors can contend with. Zhang Wu lowered his head, feeling very frightened in his heart. He could feel the overwhelming anger in the head of the family's heart. Yun Lai's plan to act as a bait without informing the family head in advance seems to be really inappropriate now. But at that time, it was like a ghost. I just felt that I should do what Yun Lai said. There is no turning back when the bow is drawn. Granny Ghostface is here, and through Granny Grimace's unparalleled soul-chasing technique, she can predict Yun Li's exact location. Just wait for Feng Ziyu and his party to take Yun Lai back to the Yangwang continent and set up an ambush in the warning area to intercept them in advance. Caught Feng Ziyu. Yun Li is also safe and sound. This is an emergency. Even if the owner of the family finds out later, Yun Li will take over. We must not reveal the truth foolishly now. Yuan Shuiyi, who was as thin as a gust of wind and could be blown away, lowered his head slightly. Some days ago, Yu Jingcheng conveyed Yun Lai's instructions for the first time to monitor Yuan Qing in the Special Operations Department 24 hours a day. It felt a little weird at the time, until Zhang Wuya came and told him that Yun Lai had awakened his dual spiritual roots and was about to reach the 4th level of martial arts. Prepare to act as bait to counter Feng Ziyu, who intends to kidnap. Yun Lai was really shocked. In terms of courage, and martial arts cultivation, Yun Lai crushed Yun Shang, the head of the family at the same age, in all aspects. Even Yun Yuan competed. Wait for Yun Lai to take over as the head of the family. The Yun family may be making further progress. Create supreme brilliance. Huang Kui, the 7th level warrior who is the personal bodyguard of the family head, went to invite Grandma Grimace. Xiao Liuan, a 7th level warrior in charge of intelligence collection, led his men to search the entire imperial capital. The elites have already rushed to the 3 warning zones leading to the Yangwang continent in Daxia. Now, coincidentally, everyone present knew Yun Lai's plan. Can face the pressure of the family leader. No one revealed it. I really got on Yun Li's pirate ship and couldn't get off. Yun Shang finally suppressed his anger. Yun Yuan discovered that Feng Ziyu, the princess of the Wind clan, led the 7th grade warrior Feng Tuo to secretly sneak into the imperial capital. It is predicted that Feng Ziyu will kidnap Yun Lai. He could have activated a special alarm and announced it first, but he decided to send Zhang Wuya back to protect Yun Li personally. It just so happened that Yun Lai was kidnapped by Feng Tuo before Zhang Wuya could greet him after the concert and before he could rush to protect him. Wait until Yun Lai comes back safe and sound. Yun Yuan and Zhang Wuya must give an explanation. If Yun Lai has 3 advantages and 2 disadvantages. Zhang Wuya, snort, dong, 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 the sound of the cane hitting the ground was heard. Yun Shang put the rosary in his hand aside. Granny Grimace is finally here. I would like to say hello to the master of the house. With the support of Huang Kui, the Grimace Granny stepped into the inner hall and respectfully said hello to Yun Shang. Yun Shang is concerned about Yun Lai's safety. No words. He just turned his head slightly and glanced at the black wooden box on the small square table. Huang Kui understood the idea in his heart, raised his right arm, and an invisible force sucked the black wooden box into his hand, and opened the lid of the box. There was a transparent ball the size of a pigeon egg placed in the black wooden box. The ball was a little bright red, taken from a drop of Yun Lai's hard work. The grim-faced mother-in-law is over 80 years old. Counting Yun Shang, he has served the head of the Yun family for 3 generations. The heads of the Yun family seem to be prosperous, but they all have bad fates. Yun Shang's beloved wife Xiao Chui was stabbed to death, and the young master Yun Lai, who was designated as his successor, was kidnapped. The reason may be that excessive killing harmed Tianhe. Waiting for the young master Yun Lai to survive the disaster and return safely. Find an opportunity. Give good advice and comfort to the head of the family. Get up. Granny Ghostface's originally cloudy eyes lit up, and blood droplets from the transparent beads flew out and floated in front of her. Including Yun Shang. Everyone held their breath, afraid of disturbing Granny Grimace to cast the spell. Half a stick of incense has passed. The blood droplets suspended in midair slowly descended and returned to the transparent beads again. The grimaced Granny turned to face the east. They took the young master to the direction of Fuso Islands. It should be that the intention is to avoid the warning zone in Daxia and return to Yanwang continent through the warning zone in Fuso Islands. I will inform you of any further developments at any time. Yu Jingcheng and the other 4 guards, as well as Zhang Huiya and Yuan Shui, all had their hearts set in stone. The ghost-faced granny's soul-chasing technique is indeed unparalleled in the world. Yun Sheng turned his head and looked east. You guys rush there now. The Imperial Capital Special Operations Office will assist you. If someone from Fuso is involved in the kidnapping, kill without mercy. I heard, kill without mercy. Everyone present except Yuan Shui was shocked. The head of the family was really angry. Yuan Shui licked the corner of his mouth. Hold important positions. Unable to go to Yanwang continent. I have long wanted to meet a 7th grade master from a foreign race. At the same time, I also hope that several major families in Fuzhang will secretly give Feng Ziyu convenience. Then you can kill them happily. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.